Let's get this party
Let me know
started.
when it comes up on the screen, guys.
We don't
It's live now.
spells today.
I don't know if it was
Yeah.
playing it.
Hello, I am Christopher Logan Hill, and welcome to our Karnage, Ravagers of Karnage Session 0. My players are here, so I will let them introduce themselves one at a time. So we'll go get right into that. We're going to start with the one who doesn't want to show his face. So at least right now, we'll see what he does later. He's shown his face before on our live stream, so we'll see how that works. There's everybody, but we're gonna go with Red Power. Red Power, let everybody know what's going on with you today. Hang on. All right, I'll pick on somebody else. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hello. I'm Kelly or Katie Robbins, also Pickle. My game tag is Pickle, but I do write under Katie Robbins. And this is River. These two are sick, so I'll be talking for most of them today. But this is River. She's my kid's best friend. This is my kid, Jay. And so River's living with us right now. And we're playing a frost elf named Patter Lokison. Sorry. And Jay is playing a unicite called Umaneobred. And I am playing an Arctic gnome called Ari Elmawith. So anyways.
So a unicide, for those who don't know, is a unicorn person, a humanoid unicorn. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's see who we can bring up next here. I think Red Power, are you ready? I'll take that as a. Are you ready, Warren? No. Okay. All right, we'll go with Kate then. How is that okay, Kate? All right. Oh yeah, hang on, you're muted. There you go. All right, now try it again. We'll get this right yet.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm playing a sprite today with a little owl, and well, not really playing. We're creating. It's the zero session. So we're creating our characters right now. So,
did you get your email from me?
Yeah.
Owl? You got your owl character from us?
I believe I did, yes.
Okay, great. Do you want to say anything else?
You can find me at Twitch at The Serene. You can find me. I have a book that I'm writing. You can find me on Royal Road as, I think, just Catherine M. Phillips or Catherine Phillips on there. The book I'm writing is Dark Offerings.
I actually read the first chapter of that. It's pretty cool. Okay. Are you ready, Red? Is that okay? Red says he's ready, so we'll try this one again.
Okay.
We can hardly hear you. Speak up.
Okay, so my character is a Calico Catman. He's a survivalist geomancer. And that's about it right now. That's all I have for him.
Okay, so y'all set then?
Yeah.
All right.
I did have other stuff, but I don't think I moved them over to the new character sheet.
Yeah. Okay, well we'll take care of it when we create the characters. Yeah. Are you ready, Jake?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. There you go.
Hello. I am Jake Pendragon. Still have a very lackluster internet presence at the moment, but today I'm going to be playing a kangaroo man by the name of Gordon. Well, I'm going to be making him today, at least. And that's about it.
All right, I guess that takes us to the tiger. So we'll jump back on my screen, and I will let the tiger introduce herself. Aside from a wave.
I I am playing a rare and unusual human named Noma Hild. She's going to be a survivalist, a type of terrain warden, specializing in like the frost and the cold and the tundra and that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. So is everybody clear on everybody's characters? All right. So let's do this. Seems how we are all should be on equal footing here. Or we're going to jump right into this, but before we do that, I just wanted to say, if anybody's listening, we're using the Lenharrow Fantasy Adventure game, and links for that are down in the description. So, all right, we're going to just go step by step. So let me bring up the player's guide, and we'll start with that.
Can you repeat that?
No, but
Okay, so you guys see the player's guide, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's there.
All right. Now, I dig this cover that Tiger painted. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I like it a lot. Let's go down to the character creation steps. If my program wants to go. Okay, a bit about dice. We all know the dice, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna,
Here does.
yeah, everybody here. Go over that in my
Smokey.
video. Hey, one life
Quiet.
without a dog barking. Yeah,
if
I was
Happens,
I
you
was
can
on a-
please mute.
Yeah, that would be nice. I was on a live stream the other night. My dog started barking, and I muted it, and then I forgot to unmute it. And for the last 10 minutes of the whole show, I was muted.
Oh no.
And then the host just laughed at me when we went offline. It was kind of funny, but
Here's Chris trying to talk.
I was trying to talk, and he was laughing at me when we went offline. But anyway, so the first thing we're going to do is we've got the basic character information. We've got most of that done. Now I'm going to be looking at stuff that you guys can't see because I've got a trip sheet that I've been looking at. So let me sound off here on anything that I'm going to tell you your characters' names and tell me if any of this is wrong. Okay. So for Jake, I have Gordon.
Yes.
Tiger, I have Noma Hild. For Red, I have Rubius Parad.
Yeah.
For the Serene, I have Verdant.
Correct.
For Pickle, I have Awirbin, Elmawisp.
Yep.
For Jay, I have Uma Neobred. And for River, I have Patter Lokison. And in that same order, Gordon is an Animan. Kangaroo Man,
Yes.
definitely male. And we'll get into what size everybody is here when we do our average height, weight, and age. Tiger's a human. Noma Hild, I should say. Rubius is a Catman.
Yeah.
Tried to get Red to play something other than that, but he wouldn't. So we got another Catman.
So he was punished by having his channel flooded with cat memes.
Yes, on the Discord. Yes. And then we have we're going to go with a small barkman, which is very similar to a tree ant or an ant in D&D. We call it a barkman, and that would be for Verdant. Is that correct, Kate?
Right.
Okay. Now, how much of the rest do you want the other players to know? Because they're going to know. We're going to know. You're going to know a lot about each other.
We're gonna know a lot about each other.
Yes. Unfortunately, somebody's going to spill the beans on a lot of that, but in game, not right now. But I'm just asking right now, how much do you want everybody to know about the rest of your character as a group?
No one. Verdant. They're Verdant.
Okay, there you go.
Are
All right.
you Groot?
Are you Groot?
I am verdant.
I'm verdant.
Okay, so Pickle, a weird man who goes by Aoi, correct?
Yes.
Is an Arctic gnome, a female Arctic gnome. Now you had some artwork of that. If you want to share it, you can, but it's also on the Discord.
Yeah, share it.
Okay, so Jay also had some artwork for her Unisite, which, like I said before, is a unicorn humanoid female. And what that is a race of beings called they're called Grimdillions. And what those are mystical creatures that are humanoids. So, like, we have, well, hello, Smokey. So we have a Griffin Man and things like that, a unicorn man. That's something I think is fairly unique to Lenharrow. And then we got River, who is playing a frost elf, a female frost elf. That would be Pater Lokison. And your character wanted to go by Lokison, correct? River? Okay. River's not there. I was looking at the book. So if you want, what you can do right now is go to your character sheet, and where it says character name, let me jump in here real quick.
I muted us because
That's okay. Because of the dog, I get you. I did the same thing as what I was trying to say. So you're gonna want to go over where your character name is, and go ahead and put that on your electronic sheet, or if you want to do a hard copy for yourself, you can be writing it down right now. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, we got hard copies right now because we don't have enough computers for everybody.
If you've already filled this part out, that's fine, but we're going to go over it to make sure everybody doesn't have any questions. So your name would go over here where it says player name. I thought that was pretty self-explanatory, but, for those watching at home, maybe not so much.
The campaign would be ROK.
Yes. Referee campaign would be ROK or Ravagers of Karnage, whichever you want to write in there. And for number of adventures, we leave that blank right now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is your standard stuff here. So I'm going to go back over to the player's book. And once you fill out your basic information for that, then we go to your race, and you go ahead and fill out your race and your sub-race.
Yeah.
And go ahead and fill out whatever information you know about your lifestyle and stuff. We'll get into that. But for right now, just do your basic character information. Now, if you want to fill in your coloration, your hair, your eyes, and your body, what that means for body is whether you have different skin tones or scales. So, like if you're a dragon man, you would have scales. Your move base is going to be from your race and your natural DR. Which for those of you who are playing Animin, we may have a random. We may have a random one for that. So, all right. So, we have any questions about the character information on step 1?
I've got the pictures of our characters if you want to see it.
Okay. You can go ahead and share those with me, and I can put them up there. I think you should be able to send them to me. I don't know how that works because I've had somebody send them to me before right on here. I don't know how you do that though. I'm kind of new to this.
If you give me permissions to share screen, I could just do that.
Okay, well, where would I give you permissions?
That I don't know.
Okay, well, let me take a look here. It might be
button, and then the host puts it up on the screen.
Yeah. You can share it, and I can just put it up on the screen.
Okay, I'll email them to you.
All right, that'll work, and then I'll make sure I put them up in session 1. Okay, so that would take us to race. Now, for race, everybody has already gone ahead and picked their race, but that is step 2. So what you're going to want to do, go ahead and put race on your character sheet where it says race and sub-race. If you haven't filled that out, go ahead, and then we're going to roll up your average height age, height, and weight.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to let if you guys want, I can roll this, or you guys can roll this part. So it's up to you. How do you guys want to do that?
I want to roll mine.
Okay. Everybody has their book. Does everybody agree that we're rolling them up individually?
I play a kid.
Yeah.
You gotta play. You might. Okay. So, just as an example, since Tiger's behind me, and our cat here is bugging me, wanting my attention naturally, but
It's a D4.
D4 for your starting age.
Yeah.
All right. I
Roll
roll
a 4.
a 1.
No, you didn't. I'm not even an adult. What the heck?
I'm gonna make a rule here. I'm gonna give everybody one reroll on whatever we're doing. Like we're doing average age, height, and weight. I'll give you one reroll for one of those.
Just one?
Just
I don't want
one.
to be 500 pounds. What the hell, man?
So you gotta select which one you want as a reroll. Do we all agree to that?
I don't want to play a kid neither. I'm not even of age. 16? I'm not even of age.
That's of a medieval
Okay,
fantasy
so I
setting.
guess you're taking the reroll on the age.
Wait, we didn't consider it. I didn't realize that.
Okay, I did roll a 4 for the reroll, so you may take that.
One side to the other.
19. Now I'm 19. Great.
Okay.
Playing a character younger
So-
than my son.
Everybody go to the race and
So 5 of these.
roll up their average height and weight.
16.
You can see my cursor.
I'm still a teenager. That
You
sucks.
start with your she's playing.
Why do I have to play a teenager?
You roll 3.
That's how it is.
I'm not sure what mine would be.
So for the tiger, she's a human, but she's a colossal.
I feel like elves. You're like 100 years old at least.
Okay, now we'll take care of yours.
Okay.
Right.
Here in a bit.
Add
Right.
those together and then add 100 to it.
Like a elf or no?
No, not necessarily.
And
Okay.
I am 2d10.
So everybody's rolling their average height and weight. You basically
We're doing our average weight here, our average height first. So zeros on the 10 side, it would be 10, right?
right. So long as you go ahead and do that, that's fine. But see here with humans, it's a 15 plus a D4, and this is what the tiger is complaining about. But humans can start out pretty young. But that puts them as old as 19 to start their careers. That's actually kind of late for a human.
Yeah, but I have
So
stuff.
you add that and then
So you have your base of 15, and you add what you roll on a D4 to that, and that's your starting age. And then the same would be, we start with 74 and we roll 2d20. Now you can roll.
I rolled double zeros on my two.
Right, as an example.
So
So 2d20, I got a 10 and a 12.
2d20 for what? How tall I am?
Well, this would be your average height.
Okay.
Okay? So I rolled 22 plus 74
you need
would be 96. That's how tall you are.
How tall is that?
Well, you're going to have to divide that by 12. We can do that
I
real
don't have
quick.
a thingy on that.
I guess that we can do that real quick.
put them back, and you need
96 divided by 12. That's actually 8 feet.
and
What?
then
You're 8 foot even.
What?
That doesn't make any sense,
That
does
does
it?
not make any
and
sense.
human
How do you get to be an 8-foot tall human?
48. So add 3.
I think something's wrong there.
Yeah, that might be a typo.
51.
See, this is why we do this, so we can find things that are messed up. But let me see, 74 inches, which is the base, divided by 12.
You're short out.
So yeah, that's got a.
I think your humans are off.
You know what? I'm gonna lower this to 34.
Something got wrong on that
I'm
one.
gonna lower it to 34,
8 feet.
and I'm gonna save that.
That would make me a giantine, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Plus,
And that'll make it. That was probably what it was supposed to be in the first place. It's just a typo.
you need
Okay, it's good that we found one. So then we've got 34 plus 22 is 56. Let's see how that works out. That sounds a little better. Because 48 inches is 4 feet. That'd be 4'8".
I'm 4'8".
Yes, you're 4'8".
I don't know if
That's
Rivers
short
is
and young.
right.
So, but what would the maximum be? The maximum would be 40. That'd be 70. Yeah, that'd be about right. Exactly right. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
All right, my character is 19, 7 foot even, and weighs 324 pounds.
Okay.
7 foot even at age.
4-3 people love
So, does anybody have any questions about the chart, or need me to move the chart where they can see it, or where they have their own book?
Logan, Rivers' character elf is only 4'3". Is that right?
That's fine. Elves are actually relatively short. They range in height from about 3'7" to about 4'7" in general. Now, highborn elves are a little taller, but in general, elves are not as tall as humans.
8
Okay,
feet.
some
Wait,
4-3 at the moment.
8d12 for 1, 2,
Okay, so next for you, Tiger,
5, 6, 7, 8.
For what?
go back down to human.
My weight?
And
Yes.
you've got your
Oh my god.
height. We're not going to do. You guys don't have to worry about maximum age. Okay, I don't deal with that in my game.
Okay.
This is put in here for referees who want this in their campaigns.
Yeah, I don't really understand why that's a thing. I don't.
Well, some campaigns last a long time, and they have to know how long the character can live.
And I roll.
Okay, and like I said, we're going to take care of Kate here.
100.
Right. So for you, that's your base is 50 plus 2d12
Just add them all together.
for your high for your
That's a big bride.
Oh, you know what we were rolling? That wasn't wrong. That was your maximum age.
261? That's my
So it wasn't incorrect. Yep, we were rolling your maximum age. Yeah, so we messed up. It happens.
Well, we roll my heart.
Yep. Well, yeah, I have to. So your height is
That's
10 plus it's 60 inches, which would be
70 inches.
taller than me.
48 is 4. That'd be 5 foot even.
Okay. Yeah, I got 4 more inches.
Okay. So we did that right now. We messed up on the Tigers, but we got it figured out.
what's
Now, as far as weight,
I'm a little better with
it's
that.
99 plus 2d100. So I got a 19 plus a 98. So that's 117 plus 99 would be 216 pounds. So we'll call it 215. Now, if
Sense for a person who's only 5 feet tall.
we're gonna see what your vitality is, and that may make sense. And if
my
not,
vitality is going to be really good.
I may modify that. Now,
Wait, you said 200 and what?
Warren,
Yeah.
for your Animan, you go on the Animan chart.
Oh, you said
I
200.
have my own book right now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just rolling that up.
Yes, 215.
How's the height work?
All muscle, guys.
Then I-
215 pounds of Syrian muscle.
Oh yeah, if you guys want, you can round up or round down to the closest 0 or 5. If you understand what I'm saying.
Hang on.
If you don't want weird numbers for weight.
okay? I'm 63'5" and 87 pounds.
I go, you a skinny
Are we
one.
all good on the? Are we all good on the chart? Do we need to look at that anymore?
So twig like though. Probably this thick.
Question.
Anyways, Chris, sprint
We're done.
foot tall. So I don't know what you want to
So,
put for
who does anybody need any help, or does everybody have all that information?
I need
We're
help.
done.
I did for Kate.
Am I muted again? No, I'm not muted again.
I have a question.
Probably can roll a 6-sided and go 3 up and 3 down
Well,
for height.
she's a small part of it.
Barkman's different.
So, Kate, what we're gonna do is just let you pick.
Smokey.
You're the one person who can because your character is not LP.
Yeah.
We allowed Kate to play a rare race.
The unique.
Yes, a unique race actually.
But the adjustments for that.
Now, does anybody have an issue with us letting Kate play a unique race?
No.
Huh?
for adjustments. And
I
stuff.
don't know what he said. You do you.
You had that what I sent you, Kate. You can use that too,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, GM Cody's in the house. Greetings, GM Cody.
Oh, wait, are we muted again?
No, we're not muted. You want me to mute?
I don't know.
We're fumbling around here making characters.
Well, go.
Just get water.
Okay, so next step here, guys, would be your lifestyle, correct?
I don't know the average height, weight, etc. of this.
Like I said, go ahead and pick, Kate. Nobody has an objection to you playing a rare race or a unique race, so go ahead and pick.
Oh, average on yours is 12 inches for the other thing, Kate. Okay. So if you want to go a little bit higher or a little bit lower on that,
Okay.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So we're giving you an idea for your size. As for age, they usually they're like elves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So are there any other questions about your average height and weight by your race, or questions about race in general?
I have a question.
All right, I have an answer. What is your question, sir?
With the height, it was saying the base was 48. How would you put that on the character sheet?
Well, you can put 48 inches, or you can divide it by 12. 48 would be
4 feet.
4 foot even. 4 foot 0 inches.
Well, it also had the modifier, which I rolled that up, and it equaled 84.
Well, you add the two together,
Right.
84.
and then you divide it by 12.
Divided by 12.
Right.
Oh, what did you guys say? The
But
move?
82, I believe, is 7 foot. So 84 would be 7 foot 2, wouldn't it? Is that right? Just off the top of my head, doing math.
I don't know. I don't have a
84
calculator.
is 7 foot even.
Oh,
Okay.
that's for you.
That is what I rolled for my character, so that's why I know off the top of my
You're
head.
both 7 feet tall, even.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy and cool at the same time.
All right. Any other questions about
I'm
race?
going to be doing this the whole time.
Because you're already done, but see that you're helping work.
Only 3'5", and everybody else is 7 feet tall.
wait. I'm 4'3". I'm 4'3". I'm gonna have to go.
I'm only 5 feet tall, guys. Really, I'm not that tall of a human. That's actually a short human.
I'm 6'10".
All right. So no other questions about race. Am I correct?
Uh,
I think I'm good.
that's percentile dice, right?
I'm not sure about weight.
What are you referring to, Red?
Dude, you hardly weigh anything.
1D100 or 3D100?
Yeah, that would be percentile dice. You would just roll it 3 times and add them all together.
Well, I have 3 sets of dice, so.
So roll it all at the same time and add them all up. And that would be your weight. Is that what you're referring to?
Hey, Kate, you got the write-up for the verdant, right? You got to remember, that guy's mostly tree.
Yeah.
So, that's heavy. As for the other thing, that is super light. Like, I don't even know if you'd weigh a pound, to be honest.
Okay.
All right.
We go over here. And so, Warren,
Very convenient.
for your Catman, you rolled a 3D100 and added it to 100, correct?
Yes, and I got 333.
333. Like I said, you can round up to 335 if you like.
No, I'm going to stick with that.
Okay. Well, excuse you.
Thank you for that.
Nice, thanks for sharing. Yeah. So does that take us all to lifestyle and profession?
You think? Maybe.
Okay. All right. So everybody knows what their lifestyle and profession is going to be. We've already picked that, correct?
Yes.
You might want to write their ability score adjustments next to their onto the side for right now. They have that on this.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, we did that already.
Okay. So everybody else can do that too.
So for the marsupial max.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so you got okay. Warren, for the Catman, you get +1 to agility, -1 to charm.
Put that over here.
Oh, that's it.
Warren?
I heard you.
Okay. And then I have yours too, Kate. Hang on.
Sorry it took me so long to get back to you, Cody.
They're not in the window?
No, it's in the room.
Got a lot going on today.
Okay, Kate. Your ability score adjustments are +1 to agility.
1 sec. I think I have them. Let me double check.
So for Cody's benefit, real quick, I'm going to come on here, and I'm going to show him the books.
+1 to agility, -1 vitality.
This would be our Lenharrow Player's Guide.
No. You get +1 to agility, +1 to charm, -2 to might.
Links are in the description about where you can get these. And then we have our referee's
I don't
guide.
know what Chris gave you earlier, but the one I have in the book is that's what I have in the book.
Frost one. That's why. Maybe it's different because it's frost.
Sorry for talking over you guys.
Did you change it because it's frost?
Hang on a second. Lenharrow Character's Companion. This is a player's expansion. Is basically the character creation book with character sheets in the back.
Mhm.
Now, what was the question?
Did you make Kate's ability score adjustment different than what we had in our book?
No, I did not. I may have. Yeah, I did. I did alter it a little bit. Yes, I did.
Okay, so you got the right. Well, the alternate.
You have the correct ones.
Okay.
All right. So are we good on race or do you have any other questions, Kate?
I think I'm good on race.
Okay. How about you, Warren? You good?
Yeah, but I got the natural DR, but what about the move base? What was that?
Okay, well, you have to purchase that as an animate. We'll get to that when we get to the races.
Move base though. I'm just gonna leave that there for now, so when I change it, I can just change it.
Right.
Leave it blank.
Yeah, leave it blank for right now.
Well, wasn't the base move base 12?
No, it is not. Not for an
No.
animate.
You're an animate plus a catman, so you get like special move base.
Oh.
Okay. So, Kelly, you guys good? All right.
It's
Jake.
still part of race. Shouldn't we go through?
I'm
each
all
one?
ready for the next part.
Yeah. Before we go to Tiger pointed out we should make sure you got your bonuses correct. So, I'm going to go back to.
So the first ones we should do on race is Animan, and we got 2 Animan.
Right. Okay. So, all right, Jake, you're up first.
+1 to agility, +1 to might, -2 to charm.
Okay. And they pretty much said they had all that.
No.
I get what you're talking about.
Their heightened senses. We got to do everything with that's involved with their race.
We'll come back to that when we get to the races section.
Well, why we're going to move everything around?
We're doing the things as it's written in the LPG.
Right. We're going over the character
It
creation
doesn't say
steps.
to put your whatever.
You can fill that stuff out if you want. If you guys want your heightened senses, we do have that already. So if you guys want that, I'll give it to you right now.
I'll wait until we get to the race section.
Okay. So you guys want to do what's on the? You're just picking then. Is what we're doing then.
For right now, yes.
Okay, and then we'll go into the details later.
So everybody has their ability score adjustments?
I have mine.
I didn't.
I have them pulled up on my email.
Okay.
But I was looking at the chart here. I think something's different because I was looking at the actual Catman, and then on the chart over there, it's different.
Catman's +1 to agility, -1 to charm.
Oh, okay. Because it looked a little different on the thing, but I might have been playing it up.
We could get everybody's combat die then.
Yeah, we can get everybody's combat die from the lifestyle. You guys have already chosen your lifestyle and profession, but we'll get into your stuff when we get over to chapter 3. When we fill out the lifestyle and profession stuff. But as far as the combat die is concerned, you guys can go ahead and fill that out. If anybody has a question about that, the adventurers have D10. We had an adventurer.
Do we?
Yeah, we did.
Someone was playing a pirate.
Yep. That would be River. Okay.
Fire, matey.
For the common laborer, it is a D8. And you know who you are, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That would take us to, then we have a scholar. That would be Verdon.
D6.
That would be a D6.
A D6. Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was 4 or 6. I'm glad you talked.
For our survivalist out there, that's a D10.
You already got mine.
Well, that leaves us with the tradesman, which we have 2 of those. And the tradesman is 1D6.
Geez, we don't have very many like dedicated combatants in this party.
Well, that's normal. Now, as far as personality is concerned, you guys can, based on your power score, when you get that, come back and pick out secondary and general traits. They're actually just for role playing, so that you can have an idea of what you want your character to be like. But in general, what we just do is whether you're good, neutral, or evil. And in my games, I allow good and neutral. You can play evil, but it kind of disrupts the game. I'm not going to stop you. But for now, write down what you think you are, and I will determine what you are as you role play. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. So does anybody have any other questions about the personality? Okay, I guess we're moving on.
Where's this show? Did you have personality pulled up on there? Yeah.
I did. Did you want to check it out?
Yeah, let me look at it real quick. I was looking at everything else.
All right. Now, like I said, personality, it's a guideline to how your character behaves. Not necessarily an alignment like other game systems have very strict alignments. I don't really feel that people or characters are that way. So basically people are good or they're neutral or they're evil. And the way I do it, especially Karnage, is that you can write down what you think you're playing, but I will keep track of what you actually are in personality.
Okay.
Right. Well, yeah, the general traits are down here. I was going to. So, is that good, Kate, or do you need to just check that out a little longer?
I will open it up and find it real quick.
Okay. Well, it's all good. I can leave it on the screen for a bit. We're just sitting here chatting.
Smokey.
What a wonderful and insightful
All right, I
thing
found it. We're good.
conversation.
All right, we're good. All right. So that would take us moving on to step 5, which is generating ability scores. Now, generating ability scores, I have this whole thing on here. I'm not going to go and get into it and read it, but we have our basic scores of agility, charm, insight, might, intellect, and vitality. And then when those are added all together, you have something called power score. That is unique to our game system, which you guys all know, but I'm also telling those who are watching. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you how I roll up ability scores, and then I'm going to roll everybody's scores right down the line, and you do not have to put them in order. You can place them where they want and then adjust them.
By your race, guys. By your race. Your pluses and minuses by your race.
So let me respond to Cody here. Yeah, we took what we liked about gaming, Cody, and put it into a game system that we enjoy playing. And we've been playing it this way for probably about 20 years. That sound about right, Kate and Kelly?
More than, Chris.
More than 20 years.
Yeah, more than 20.
Started the system before Max was born, and Max.
Well, this is true, but
Max is 23.
we kind of perfected the system about 2010 to what it is right now. So
True.
that's
Yeah.
what's going on with that. So ability scores, the way I do it is we have scores from 1 to 18, like old school gaming. But what we do is instead of rolling 3d6, I roll a d10 and add 8 to it, and that's your score. Now, other refs can do it how they want. This is how I do it. That gives people power scores between 50 some odd to about 100, and it's what we call the sweet spot. So
Yeah, you put that on the explanation of step 5.
right,
That you roll a d10 and add 8.
right.
It is written on there that way. But yeah, anybody can pick any.
So who wants to get their stats first?
Me.
What kind?
All right, Jake. let's get you up here on the screen, and I will give them to you.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I gave you a 7.
A 7, so that's a.
Yeah, you can either write them on a piece of scratch paper or off to the side. But if you do that on your character
add the
sheet,
8 to that, Chris?
I will. Yes, add 8 to it, Max. So that would be
That's
15. Thanks for the suggestion.
You
Trying
want
to think of everything at once here.
Cute.
Or you could write like
Cute.
that is cute. Can hardly see it because it's real small right now.
I
But,
cannot do that at all.
okay. So I lost my train of thought. Okay,
Sorry.
so that's okay.
Give
So we
him
got a
I'll
15.
give you a 15 for the first one. Now, what I'm going to do is give you 6 scores, and then for power score, you add them all together, and that's your power score.
I know this ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, GM Cody is checking us out, so
No.
I wanted to let him know what was going on. So for your next one, I got an 18.
Woohoo!
Okay, and then I have a 13,
Okay.
and then I have 15, and then another 15. How many is that? Is that 6?
1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5.
5. So you get one more, and that's another 18. Do you have anything under 13?
I have a 13.
Okay, so then you're good. If you have anything under 13, I will give. I'll give you a shot to re-roll that. I'll re-roll it, and if I roll higher, then you get the higher score. Because I'm a generous ref, and I like people to have good ability scores. Okay, so you got all that, Max?
Yep.
Okay, so then just add it together, and that's your power score.
Mhm.
Okay, so who wants to go next?
I want
Okay, Red, get you up here.
to. Oh, well.
Nice try on that. It looks kind of weird there, Red.
I'm going to turn it off.
14 for your first one.
He's got an afro.
What?
It looks like it. Did you hear me?
What were you saying?
14 for your first one.
What the heck happened to your hair?
He still has bedhead.
I
No
was.
wonder it looks like
That's cruel, guys. Now, come on. Remember, we're live here.
I know we're live.
it looks like he put his finger in
He can't hear me, guys. Okay,
a
Warren,
socket.
did you get the first one?
First, we're doing abilities.
Ability scores, right. I gave you a 14.
Did you already add the modifiers to them?
No, you got to add
You
the
gotta
modifiers.
adjust your modifiers for your race
You can
yourself.
you can also put them where you want.
Okay.
All right, so 14. Now write them down as you go down the line, and I'll give you 6 of them.
Well, that was agility?
What's that?
14 was agility?
You can put it where you want,
Okay.
but so put them off to the side or something.
I don't have anywhere to write this down.
Put them on your character sheet. If you're doing it electronically, just put them straight down and then move them around.
Okay.
So your power score, once you get your adjustments, your power score will not change.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so 14 for the first one, 18 for the second,
Yeah.
and that would be 17. So that was the third one. 4 is 11.
Wait, what was the third one?
14.
Okay, so 2 14s.
Hey, if I give you something different, it's because I forgot, and that's what you get for not writing it down. 17 for, I think that's the fifth one, correct?
I asked what the third one was just a second ago. I was trying to get you the third one so then I can get the fourth one.
Okay, well, how about we start again? What do you have?
Okay, 14, 18, 14.
Okay,
Or
so
17.
17 was the next one,
17 was third one, okay.
right?
And the fifth one.
Okay, the fifth one I'm going to say is 14,
14, okay.
and your last one is 6. So what is your lowest score?
6. You didn't have the
I'm
8.
sorry, with the 8, it's 14.
Okay, well, 14, another 14.
Okay, what is your lowest score?
14.
Okay, then you're good. All right, who's up next? Add it together and do your power score, Warren.
Okay.
You can do me.
Whichever. I don't care.
Okay,
I don't care.
we'll take care of Kate next, and then we'll take care of Tiger, and then we'll do your brood last there, Kelly. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right, Kate, straight on down there. 14.
Yep.
12.
Got it.
18,
Mhm.
18.
Whoa.
Okay, I got a 9 and a 16. So that's 6.
You said 9. Quit doing that.
No, that was a
That
9.
is-
Oh, it was a 9.
Yeah, it was a 9.
Oh, I think you want to reroll.
Wait. Do I get a reroll for that
You,
9?
if you have a score under 13, you get 1 reroll.
Okay, you got to reroll on the 9.
So you're gonna get a reroll on the 9. So you have 6, right?
Including the 9, yes.
Okay. So let's reroll the 9, and I give you a 13. So that puts you up a little better.
That's much
All right.
better.
So then all you have to do is add those together and get your power score, which even with your adjustments won't change. Okay. So now we're going to take care of the tiger here real quick.
Yeah. Just for outdoor reference, on our races, we've always put just as many pluses as we do minuses
Okay.
to even things out. I know in some cases, a lot of other game systems might give you more pluses or more minuses for your race, but we evened it out.
That's correct. Okay. So for tiger,
Yes.
I got a 9.
Oh, goody.
We'll start you off good, but then I got an 18.
Oh,
I flipped that die over from a 1 to a 10.
that's nice.
Okay, then I got a 10.
What?
Okay, then I got a 17.
Okay.
And then I got an 18.
Okay.
And then I got an 11.
Okay. This is so very strange. Okay,
So-
so I get to reroll the 9.
You got to re-roll on the 9, which is an 18. So there you go.
All right.
All right.
Oh, wait. I gotta get the. Okay, so mine. You said 18, right? Or
That-
17? Another 18 or 17?
It was an 18.
Okay.
Ended with you at 18 on that
Okay,
one.
but I get the extra D4 and a 10% for the other.
That's for you, and you know that. That's
Why
for
are
you.
I getting D4?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm writing down everybody's because they had to go.
10% on the other.
They bailed on you, so now you're technically playing 3 characters,
Yeah, I'm right.
Or like
There's
technically
right now.
making the 3 characters. Yes.
What percentiles, Chris?
Well, they already made them. I'm just writing down their scores.
Darn. Can I spend a fate point?
Yes, you can.
I will. Give me 2D4.
All right, hang on just a second, Kelly. 6. All right, so who do you want to do first, Kelly?
We'll do Patter first.
Okay. So for River, we got an 16. We got 11. We got a 13. We got a 15 and a 16. What your lowest one was 11, correct?
You need one more.
Okay. That's going to be a 14. So what was your
Yeah.
lowest?
11.
Okay. We're going to swap that out for if I can get something better than 11, 17.
Okay.
All right. So who's up next?
Me.
Guess
Okay.
what I got?
So for
Army.
You'll never guess.
yeah, my favorite number, 102. Okay. All right. So let's go with 12, 17, 14, 13, and 18.
One more.
One more? Another 18. I got 2 of them in a row. You lucky. That was
Okay.
lucky. What was the lowest? What was her lowest?
12.
12. Okay, so we'll see if we get better on that one. We did 14. Okay. So so that leaves us with Umo, correct?
Correct.
All right. See if I can get the count right this time. 11, 18, 13, 18, 12, and 9. So we'll re-roll the 9. But I got an 18 on that. So I have a bad habit of turning those 1s into 10s.
Okay.
So you guys can add up all your power scores, and then we'll go fill out the ability scores. Everything all right?
Yeah, my kid's going to bed.
Okay.
Can you verify the pluses and minuses on the Unisite? Because he wrote +1 and +3 on or +1 and +2 on agility and charm, and
I sure can. Unisite, Grimdillion. +1 to charm, +2 to agility, -2 to intellect, and -1 to vitality.
okay, say that again.
Okay. +1 to agility,
+1 to agility,
+2 to charm,
+2 to charm,
-2 to intellect, and -1 to vitality.
Okay, he was missing the minuses.
All right, so that'll take us back to ability scores.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. So are we set on that?
Yep.
All right. So let's jump back over into the record sheet. I mean, not the record sheet, the player's guide. Okay, so I'm sure that everyone here is familiar with how to fill out the ability scores. But for those who are watching at home, basically you take your score, like say if you have a 16, and you basically just follow it across and fill out your character sheet. So you put, for 16, you would put +2 to your DR adjustment, +2 to throwing, +2 to aiming, +1 to defense, which is your resistance roll bonus that's on your character sheet, and then 55 for your feat percentage. Does anybody have any questions on how that works?
I did. I'm not sure which where I should place them, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure where I.
If you have
placement.
agility, you go to your agility score on your character sheet, correct?
Oh no, that's not it. I'm not sure where I should place my ability.
Oh, where you put your scores beforehand.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's entirely up to you. So if you guys want some advice on that, I can help, but you have to ask the questions.
Yeah, I need advice. So,
What is your lifestyle?
Well, she's a scholar, but
You want your highest score on your intellect. That helps you with your spells.
But she is also a rune mage, which changes things up a bit.
They need a bit good vitality.
She chose the profession of rune mage.
I know vitality. Rune mages need a good vitality.
Yes. So
your highest should be definitely intellect. That helps your spells the most.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead and shoot any questions you have for us, GM Cody, or anybody else watching, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can.
Considering what you are, I'd put a good, decent score on agility too, there, Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your other physical abilities, you already know won't be much for you in particular.
Yeah.
Because of your character dynamic. That's what we're going to call it. Your character dynamic. Your physical abilities don't matter that much.
Yeah.
So, because I'm an artisan, I probably want might high, right?
Which one?
Might and intellect.
Might and intellect, yes.
Yeah, you might have spells too. I don't know. You're a tradesman?
Yeah, I'm an artisan, so I have
spells.
Yeah, so spells and guild skills.
I'm going to eliminate the glare on my head here.
You want a decent intellect. Because you're not a scholar, it doesn't have to be like your highest score or anything like that, but you want a pretty decent one because that does help with your spells. And it sounds like because you're an artisan, some physical abilities that would be good would be your agility and your might.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to show the charts again. Now, if anybody has any questions, run them by me. And because you do that for all 6 of your ability scores, and then we'll go to power score and we'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so what about the pirate? Where
Pirates
should
are
we?
generally physical beings, so you might your three tops would be agility, might, and vitality for a pirate. I don't know if any smart pirates. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but there's clever ones, but I don't know about smart ones.
Insightful, not smart.
Okay. Does anybody else need help with ability scores or have any questions?
Okay, what about my profiteer? Tradesman profiteer.
The profiteer might want a decent charm because that's how you're going to get sales. They want to be able to get customers for their business.
You're also going to want to be agile.
I mean, it doesn't have to be your top score of the charm, but you want it at least in the higher brackets for the charm, because that gets you more business.
Also, for those of you at home,
I think the profiteer has spells too, so you want a decent intellect and decent insight. So you want on the profiteer, you might want to put most of your higher scores on all your mental ability scores.
our scores are agility, which determines your character's manual dexterity and movement. We then have charm, which is a character's charm that determines how well they react around others and how well others react around them. Insight, as the name implies, is a character's ability for faith and piety. It is also their judgment, perception, and common sense. This is followed by intellect. A character's intellect judges their ability to learn and determines how quick they are able to adapt to new situations. Intellect mostly involves memorizing and casting arcane spells. As for might, the character's might score judges their physical prowess. It is their brute force and strength. Vitality is a measure of a character's health and physical endurance. Now, power score, like I said, we're going to get into. But anyway, once you have your ability score, like I said before, you just kind of go to your character sheet and follow along and fill it out. Fill it out based on your score. Okay. That'll take us back to here. All right. Everybody still filling out their ability scores?
Yep.
I'm done with mine.
Well, Kate's got Kate. Kelly has 3, so sorry, Kate.
I am filling mine out.
Okay.
I've got them
We got-
all put into place, so
You got both of you with K's. So once we start gaming, I'll actually be calling you by your characters' names. So makes it easier once we're playing.
they should be back hopefully soon. They got a throat infection, both of them.
Aww,
I guess it's
poor
going
thing.
around. It's going around in kids their age, but they're super excited to play. I mean, they made their characters on the digital app, and everything. Oh, look, they're here.
Well, I hope you don't get it too, Kelly. That would suck.
It's apparently specific to teenagers.
Yeah, it's 13 to 20. Yeah.
Well, that seems kind of specific, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we rolled our character. Chris rolled our characters' ability scores. These were the original scores. And we could put them in whatever order. And so I put them in the order and added your bonuses based upon recommendations for your lifestyle and profession.
Okay.
And you did have 2 negatives too. You forgot to write them down, or you didn't see them.
I didn't see them.
Yeah. So I did the
sorry,
same thing
Smokes.
with you.
Okay.
So
Have you gotten here yet?
no, we have not taken our power score and times it by 5. We have not done that yet.
Okay.
Well, we have not got to CGPs yet. That's
Yeah,
coming up.
so we need to fill this out. So I'll
I just
pass.
wanted to make sure I was on
Yeah.
the same page as everyone.
No, we
Yeah,
are.
I've got it sitting right here, so I'll pass it around and fill it out while you go on.
We're still in step 5 with ability scores because we got to do power score next.
Okay. So you want to find your ability?
While you guys are doing that, Kelly, I'm going to explain what power score is.
So go across here. So 18, so it's 4.
Power score is basically all of your scores added
Culmination
together.
of your
Yeah.
game.
So,
And I'm going to go ahead and show the
4, 3.
player's book again.
Yes. Make it 4.
And
Yeah.
it's like it says here, it's perhaps a character's most important
Yep.
ability.
And then 65
It's not just one of them individually, but all of them collectively.
is
Basically, what it determines is your starting hit points,
2.
how many hit points you get per increase, your healing rate that you get every time you rest, how many hit points you get back, your base attack rating or AR, your faith points, which is something we'll get into in a little bit, and your talents, starting talent slots, which includes lifestyle talents and weapon slots.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have any question about power score?
15 is 1, 0.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't look like any of our chat has any questions either. But like I said, you guys are welcome to throw questions in if you want. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
1.
Okay. Are we ready to move on to power score? You guys about done there, Kelly?
Yeah, you can go on. It's going to take us a minute 25.
All right. So basically, power score. Once you have your number, which should be a number between 85 and 100, which we call our sweet spot. You would record your starting hit points on your character sheet.
So you're 1, 2.
So Kelly, do you mind if we mute your mic for a bit?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. No, it's all good. It's just we were kind of talking over each other. Okay, so like I said, you record your starting hit points, but you would also add your vitality adjustment to hit points to that. So any questions about starting hit points?
What did you say for starting hit points again?
Okay, well, based on your power score. So what is your current power score, Kate? We'll use it as an example.
91.
91. So that puts you in the sweet spot. I'm pretty sure everybody will be in that 85 to 100 range. I try to make it so everybody's about level. So your starting hit points would be 8, plus whatever your vitality adjustment is. So under your vitality score, you should have a hit point adjustment.
I have a bonus hit points for +3 for vitality.
Bonus hit points, right. So you would start with 11 with a +3.
11.
That would be your hit point total at the moment.
All right, I added that.
Which are to make your hit degree, that is divided. Your hit points are divided by 8. Every 8 hit points is a hit degree.
Okay.
So for you, that would be 2 hit degree because you would be in the 9 to 16 range. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 2 hit degree.
Does anybody else have a question about hit points or hit degree? All right, I think we're good.
And
let me see what.
no, okay. Well, I'll ask you about that later. Never mind.
Oh, you can ask me now. What's the question?
Oh no, it's something that I want to ask later.
Okay. All right, so I think we're good on that.
What about HP per increase?
Okay, HP per increase. There is a spot for that on your hit point box in your combat information.
Mm-hmm.
Should be on the left side of your screen in the middle. I mean, on your character sheet in the middle.
Yes.
So your hit point total would be where you put your adjusted starting hit points.
Plus
And then above that, there's your hit degree, which we went over. And then below that is where you put your hit points per increase, which won't affect you until after the 5th game session.
So
you
that's
gotta add your vitality
4, right?
to that.
Yeah, we covered that.
Okay.
Is it 4 or 4 plus my bonus hit points, or
Yes, you add your bonus to that as well.
okay? So
That's what you would get every increase. So for you, that would be 7 per increase.
Yeah. Bonus hit points is 3, right?
Yes, for you. That's your hit point adjustment.
Yes.
So are you good there, Kelly?
Yeah, we're to power score now, so
Okay, so you record your starting hit points and add your vitality adjustment for your bonus hit points.
okay.
And that would go on your hit point total in your combat information.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, most people are going to be around 2 hit degree, most probably. And hit degree are determined in increments of 8. I do 8-sided math because why not? That's the way I liked it.
Well, actually, 10s was too much.
10s was too much, and 6s were too little.
Yeah.
It just worked out better for our system.
Well, there's also things that go by hit degree.
Right.
And if you have too many hit degree, those things would be too powerful. But if you have too little hit degree, those things would not work out very well at all. So yeah, the 8 hit points per hit degree worked out the best for that.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about starting hit points or hit points for increase? Which is what you guys would put down next, Kelly. She's got herself muted.
Sorry, I was talking to the two of them, so I muted
That's okay. That's okay. It was good that you were muted. Do you understand how the hit points per increase work?
Yeah, hit points per increase.
And you add your vitality hit point bonus to that as well.
Oh, so
for
every has a +2, so it would be +6. So
so every increase you would get 6 hit points, right?
Okay. All right, cool.
Is mine still the same?
All right, that would take us to healing rate. Everybody should probably have a 6. Does anybody not have a power score between 85 and 100?
Me.
Well, you're a little different. You got a 1 or 2.
Yeah, you got yours.
Well, she's playing a colossal human, so they get extra ability scores.
I am buffed up, dude. Yeah, the 215 pounds does make sense for my character. I am super buff.
Yeah, I figured.
I got an 8-pack. That's how buff I am.
I figured that it would. So everybody else has a power score between 85 and 100, correct?
Do women even have an
I believe
8-pack?
so.
All right. So the healing rate would be 6 for everybody except for the peanut gallery behind me over here.
I am looking that up to see if women can have an 8-pack.
Then we have the base attack rating, which would go next on your power score line, which is below the rest of your ability scores on your record sheet. And I guess I should
It's 4,
let
right?
everybody take a look at the character sheet. I do have this where I could put it up on the screen, but then I'd have to lose a lot of other stuff with StreamYard. Sometimes it's kind of fun. So that's kind of what our character sheet looks like. This is kind of a generic one I made up for this particular campaign, and even put the name of the campaign, the kingdom that we're playing in up there, just for this game. Like I said, that's for the people who are watching. I hope Cody's still around. He's a pretty cool guy. We made characters together last Friday, so it was kind of neat.
Wow.
All right, so for power score, everybody got their base AR or attack rating?
The base attack rating, yeah.
So, Jake, you got your base attack rating?
we haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, so where are you guys at, Kelly?
Well,
But you guys are on power score, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to leave anybody behind.
They are on power score. I was behind, keeping them caught up with you.
Yeah, the tiger just showed me an 8-pack on a woman. It was, I don't know if it was pleasant or not.
What's my base?
She's pretty.
I didn't say she wasn't pretty. I meant the 8-pack itself.
Talents point is
It looks
5.
like a washboard, like you could wash stuff on.
Those two.
That would be the only thing that could explain my weight.
Okay, so Kelly, do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay, so did you get to your healing rate?
We did. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Very pretty.
And then the base
woman.
AR, everybody should have about 4.
There's a very pretty 8-pack.
Yes. Tiger keeps distracting me with pictures of women who are well built.
That's because I'm playing a character that's well built.
Oh, I like him.
All right, so.
Laugh, even though my throat didn't need it. Same.
Oh, that's good. So does everybody have your base AR?
Yes.
All right. That takes us to faith points. Now we're going to have a little discussion about what faith points are. Go ahead and record how many faith points you get. Now your lifestyle may adjust this when we get down to that part.
We have bounty hunters, savages, scholars, and religious.
Well, that's why I said may.
I think we only have one of those. Scholars.
And what faith points are is they're kind of.
Do we have a scholar?
Key points.
Yes. We do have a scholar.
Okay, the scholar loses 1 faith point because they have more faith in themselves than anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, a scholar loses a faith point.
And some tissues too.
If you're a bounty hunter, you lose 2. Nobody. Oh.
Okay, so the faith points, like I said, the way they work is you can modify a single die roll with a single point. And once you spend your point, they're gone. And you sometimes get those back through role playing, but you also get some when we give an increase. Any questions on how faith points work?
Don't you have
Yeah, I just did. Like I said, if you spend the faith point to modify a single die roll, 1 point equals 1. Like if you roll a 17, that would be an 18. You modify once, and basically
to lower it.
You can lower it.
Make a resistance roll, or you can use it to adjust 5% on a percentage roll.
This is correct. So I know the folks at home don't know what that means, but I'm sure they'll figure it out when we do during our session 1. We use a lot. Faith points go really quick with starting characters.
Yeah, we have percentages on all of our ability scores have a percentage backup. So you can use a faith point to adjust that. And then there's like guild skills and stuff like that require percentiles.
Okay, so are we clear on faith points, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody.
What about talent slots? Like I said, talent slots go for either weapons or your lifestyle talents. Well, for the lifestyle talents, we have judgment, physical, and lore talents. And different lifestyles give you different talents. So,
dude, at this point, I'm wondering if I put with my mind, I should probably a halberd, man.
All right, and then the cost listed here is how much it costs for you to purchase another talent slot. All right. Are we all good on that?
I'm trying to find the
that would be on page. That'd be on page 16.
So 300. So everybody gets 5 talents and 300. It just rolled it above here for now.
So
those are ability scores. I mean for
300 by
lifestyle.
Lifestyle. We're going to get to that after we do the basic steps. We'll go get all your racial stuff and all your lifestyle stuff.
We almost forgot. You get +1 on your wisdom. She's filling out
On
her
your
ability
insight.
scores. Insight, I mean. You're filling out your ability scores. When you got bonded to your owl, you got +1 to wisdom.
For insight.
That doesn't adjust power score, correct?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, it does.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You get 1 more point.
Basically, that ups your insight by 1 point permanently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got a familiar, so that's kind of how that works.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was like, dude, wait, someone got a bonus.
That's 20 years ago.
Hey, you were the only one that had an extra point like that.
Yeah, some familiar.
I don't know.
Adjustments.
Did he ask him if he
Owl happens to be one of them.
now?
They give you
Okay.
+1 to insight.
Okay, I believe that takes us to the next step,
I'm like,
which is step 6, determining hit degree and hit points. Now, we kind of went over that a bit when we gave you your hit points and your hit degree. Does anybody have any questions about how that works?
No, but they have a question for you, Chris.
Okay, I have an answer.
Age.
I showed them a picture of you from 20 years ago, and they're like, he looks the same.
Except for the gray
Well,
hair.
yeah, I pretty much I look like I never age. I'm a dwarf, so you know, dwarves pretty much look the same. They just get grayer and then they die.
Longer and got a bit gray. Nothing else changed.
Just so you know, I don't look much different either.
Mm-mm.
I only have
but I don't have a picture of her.
Okay.
I only
Just
have a few
listen
white.
Sorry.
Okay, so that would take us to step 7, guys. Is that correct?
Age. Give me
We're
your
all good with hit degree and hit points?
Matter of fact, my sister, who's younger than me, she's mad because I have less white hair than her.
Red is muted, so I don't know if he's got his
Well,
headphones.
let me see if he can hear us, though.
I'm back.
Okay. Does anybody have a question about hit degree and hit points? We can move on to step 7 then, correct? Determining resistance rolls.
Oh, resistance.
Oh yeah, I do.
Any objections to going over resistance rolls?
You got to roll those for everybody.
Yes, I'm going to roll up the resistance rolls. Okay, so we'll start with Jake since he's over here at the top hiding behind the powered by StreamYard.
Everybody has bonuses based on race for their resistance rolls.
Okay.
I don't know if they know all of them or not, but
Do you guys have your resistance roll bonuses by race? That's the chart I'll bring up real quick. Now,
Resistance roll adjustments?
yes.
Okay.
Did we give you those for your character, Kate?
I have it in the email.
Okay. Then you understand where we're at with that.
Yeah,
Correct?
I just need to know what they are.
Okay.
yeah. What does everybody else have their racial adjustments to their resistance rolls?
These two don't. I wrote mine down, but I apparently forgot to write there down. There's.
Okay, well, I have it up on the screen. So for if you don't see your race on the screen, let me know.
Okay, we're far away from the screen. What's the frost elf?
Okay, Frost Elf is +2 to physical, +1 to magical, and +1 to spiritual.
So just plus one.
So you don't get an extra bonus to mental. Now, also remember that you're going to get bonuses from some of your ability scores.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the unisite.
Okay, we'll all go over physical resistance rolls together.
Unisite.
For the unisite, that would be +1 to mental, +1 to magical, and +2 to spiritual. Does anybody else have any questions about racial adjustments to your resistance rolls?
No.
Okay. Are we sure? Are we good? All right. So we'll start with Jake. So we'll get back to the screen again here. All right, Jake. For your physical, I rolled a 3.
You get +1.
My mic was muted, actually.
That's okay. So 3, you get +1.
Yeah, the
+1
And
is
then
4.
you consult your vitality score for your physical bonus if you have one. Physical defense bonus.
Oh, wait. I'm just going down the list, rolling down the list and not picking where it goes this time.
Add it all together and put that as your base score.
I just want my physical bonus.
Bonuses are magical adjustments or other adjustments.
I'm lost. So we're not picking where they go, and it's just going to go down the
Going
list?
straight down.
We're going straight down, sir. That's how I always do it.
Alrighty.
So are you good with your physical?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go to red. Are you ready, red?
What's up?
So
Physical
Your
resistance.
physical resistance roll, I rolled a 2.
mental.
So put that as your base and then add whatever bonuses you have to it.
You rolled a 2. You need to tell me.
Okay.
Add 1.
Yes. Oh, it's a 3. I'm sorry, Max. Add 1 to what I gave you.
I know.
Okay.
So
I didn't give you the full total. I forgot to add the 1, the D4 plus 1.
Yeah, Mom told me to add 1, so that's what I did.
So yes, when we roll resistance rolls, we roll a D4 and we add 1, and that's your starting resistance roll. And then whatever modifiers you have is added to it, and that's your base score.
And then I'm gonna go get my.
Which we'll get into total score when we're all done. Okay, so you got your physical resistance roll, Warren?
Yeah, it was 2, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 2,
Put down 3.
but I forgot to add the 1, so it's 3.
And then if you have a racial adjustment, add that.
I don't know.
Okay, you are a Catman. We have that. I've got it sitting right here. So, as a Catman, you get +1 to mental, +1 to magical, and +1 to spiritual, but none to physical.
Okay.
But you're also going to add your vitality bonus to the physical resistance roll.
Right. If you have one.
It says physical defense plus.
The little yellow piece.
Right by the feet percentage.
Physical defense +1.
You know, the little
Right.
part.
And add that to yours. So your total should be 4.
Don't put that in the modifiers box. Put it in the base score.
Your base should be 4.
Okay, base is 4.
Any questions about that, Red?
For once.
No.
Okay. All right, Kate. I rolled you a 3, so that would be 4 plus whatever your modifiers are.
For
From
physical?
Physical.
For physical, right. We're doing a physical resistance roll right now.
4 plus your modifiers.
Okay.
And Tiger, I rolled 3 for you.
Roll 3, so it's 4.
No, I rolled a 2. So I gave it. I've got it going on now.
Okay, so it's
Are you good, Kate?
I got physical, yeah.
Okay. All right, Kelly, for all 3 of you, we'll start with Uma for Jay there. That would be 3 plus whatever your modifiers are.
No physicals there. And
I ain't got none.
so 3.
So there's 3. Okay.
So that's our base, right?
What's that?
That's the base. Is the
That's going to be your base score. Yeah, whatever your what the number I gave you, plus your vitality adjustment and your racial adjustment if you have any.
okay? Gotcha.
put them all together, and that's your base.
Okay, I rolled a 4 for Awi.
Okay.
All right. So for Patter River, I also got a 4. So it's 4 plus whatever
So
you guys get. Now, since we're with you guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to your mental resistance roll. And Patter, that's going to be a 5. I rolled really high for you, so that plus whatever your modifiers are. And the modifier for mental is under intellect.
No,
sorry, insight.
Insight.
Yeah, intellect doesn't have one.
No, intellect does not have one. Insight.
And then you also have your racial adjustment. All right, for Awi, I also rolled a 5. It's just going to get lower as I go. You know that's how that works, right, Jay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 4 for Uma. All right, so we'll go back to Kate.
What's this? Survive?
And
Mental?
I re-roll ones, by the way, guys, but I got you a 3 because I rolled a 1 and then a 2. So for your mental, I rolled a 3. You got 3.
Okay.
I rolled 2. It's plus 1, so that would be 3. All right, you got yours? Okay. Jake?
Yes.
4.
4.
Yes. And I'm just going to throw me up here because now that we understand what's going on, unless you want me to put you up there on the screen, Red.
Still bubbling.
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not. Okay.
Red to the left.
So for Red, it's the mental is 4, okay?
So
But
the
it's plus 1.
Plus your vitality plus whatever racial you have.
No, it's not
So
vitality.
4 would be plus.
Oh, I'm sorry, this would be insight where we moved on to mental.
Yeah, I tried it. So it would be
Hey.
plus 2. So what was the base again? What'd you roll again?
A 4. Well, I rolled a 3, but plus 1 is 4. 4.
Well, it's actually would be plus 2 because 1 from my race, 1 from my vitality.
Right.
So it would be 5.
Oh, vitality. I forgot
Right.
about
That's correct, Warren.
For this?
Okay. Anybody have any questions about mental resistance roll? Are we good? Okay, so Warren,
Yeah.
for your magical resistance roll, I rolled a 4, so that would be 5 plus your bonuses.
Your agility bonus.
And this one is for magical, it's under agility.
Yeah, it's plus 4.
Okay, so add it all together and that's your base score.
Does that-
All right, so Jake, I also rolled a 5.
A 5
Well, I
for
rolled 4 plus 1 is
mental.
5. Okay, Kate, I got you a 4.
a 4. So I have
4.
a +2 because of racial.
So that'd be 6, and then whatever it is for under your agility.
Agility is for your magic.
Another +2. So that's
We're working on magic.
8.
Yep.
Vitality is the +2 for physical or +3 for physical defense. So that's
Physical defense, and then your insight ups your mental, and now we're on Magical, which would be agility.
All right, insight for mental. I don't think. Oh, I do have one. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kelly, I guess that takes us to you. So for Uma, I rolled a 5.
For what?
For Uma's
Magical.
magical resistance roll.
Oh,
1, 5 to 10.
So that, and then you add your modifiers to it, and that's your base score. And the modifier for that one is under agility.
I'm there.
oh, okay, okay.
Like,
Their agility is really high.
Well, they should have a good magical defense then.
Yes.
10, my dude.
Okay, I got 4 for Awi
Okay.
and 5 for River, who's the luckiest player tonight so far in resistance rolls. So that would take us to spiritual, and the modifier for spiritual is under charm.
Charmed.
Are we good on that, Kelly?
Yes.
All right, so for River's last one, we got a 4 plus modifiers.
Okay.
All right, so for Awi, I got a 3 plus modifier. And we're talking spiritual at this point, with
Yep.
the charm being the modifier.
Whatever my number was by.
I actually got a 3 for Uma,
Okay. So,
for Jay's character. Okay, I'm just going to go up on the screen here there for Red. A 5 for your spiritual, okay, Warren?
Okay.
Okay,
7,
4,
2.
Okay.
Jake,
I don't know.
3. Get yours?
I've got one.
3.
Yes, 3.
Oh shoot.
Okay, does everybody have their resistance rolls?
Yeah, got him.
I do.
Any questions about resistance rolls? Resistance rolls are a chance to dodge some or all of damage based on the type.
Cool.
For old D&Ders, that would be saving throws. It's pretty much the same thing, works very similarly, only you roll under your score instead of over. I think that's actually how old D&D worked, but I don't remember. It's been a while. Okay, so that would take us back to the book
I didn't know.
and to the next step.
That's what I do for D&D.
So no more questions about resistance rolls? All right, so that would take us to the character generation points. Now there is a little table under your combat information for starting CGPs.
Okay.
Does everybody see that?
CGP.
Smokey decided it was his
I-
turn. So, all right. So you take your power score and you multiply that by 5, and that would go on the top bracket. If you guys see that, power score times 5 under starting CGPs in combat information.
Okay.
You guys got that, Kelly?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Jake.
Yeah,
all
I have
good?
it.
All right. Warren.
Yeah.
All right. Then we're going to go to bonus racial points or burps. You guys get that? Burps?
Yeah, burps.
Okay.
You know, like what I've been doing all game.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with Jake. Tell me your race, and I will tell you your bonus racial points. Unless you guys want to just look these up yourself. But we're going to use Jake
I
as an
kind of already did that. But
Yeah, I know.
Animan, which means I have 50. Common laborer, which means I have 20.
Well, that's your lifestyle. We haven't got to your blips yet.
I know.
He's telling you
Animan
what-
10 is 50 for everything.
Right. And then we go to common labor, which, again, you're right, is 20.
20.
And you put that in the appropriate box.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add it all together, and that is your starting CGPs, or character generation.
It's 540.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Warren,
Yes.
what do you got?
Well, I already got the burps
Burps and blips. The bonus lifestyle points are blips. Are we all clear on burps and blips, guys?
Yeah, I just
Yep,
understood blips.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
I need the blips.
So you got yours, Warren?
Yeah, I got the burps. I need the blips.
Okay. What is your lifestyle? What is your chosen lifestyle?
My lifestyle is survivalist.
So that would be 15.
15. Got it. I'll add it all together.
All right. Kate, are you already good or do you need some help?
I don't know where it would be for race for this
Okay,
one.
so just give me your race.
Well, you know my race.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't we put that on there?
hang on.
That wasn't on the write-up I gave you?
I don't see that as a the thing on
Okay,
here. No.
well, we'll give it to you real quick.
Look that up. I have it.
Tiger's going to look that up. But as far as you being a scholar for your blips, that's 35.
35 for
Were
scholar.
you able to find that?
Her burps are 60.
Did you hear what your burps were?
60.
Okay. And that should give you, between those three numbers, your total starting CGPs.
Okay.
All right? What about for you?
Yeah, those all up.
Oh, I already got my.
Tiger's
score on
good.
How many I got
Okay,
left.
Kelly, how about you guys?
We're good. But I wanted to say I got bonus blips. Bonus blips.
Yes, you do, because I looked that up, and you get 50 because you're a tradesman based on your lifestyle. But you can put that there now, but we'll also go over it again when we do lifestyle stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I got it added up. I already added it up.
All right, sounds good.
No, because of my race and lifestyle together, I get bonuses.
So does anybody have any questions about
No,
that kind of stuff?
because I'm a no.
All the starting CGPs, that little starting chart. Now, when we get to lifestyles, we can subtract the cost for the profession, or you guys can go ahead and do it. But we'll go over it when we get to lifestyles again.
So that's where we put this
Every profession basically has a cost to it.
number.
For those of you who are watching,
450.
and a lifestyle, well, you pick a lifestyle, but you can purchase a profession, but you don't have to. You can just go with the basic lifestyle stuff, which is how our light edition works, because we don't use professions in the light edition, but we're using the enhanced edition for this game.
Professions give you a skill set
Right.
of automatic skills and talents that you get for that particular profession.
And sometimes they also modify your skills alignments, but we'll get into that when we get to lifestyle. Do I have any questions on starting CGPs? Okay, sounds like we're good. So that moves us on to purchasing skills and choosing talents. Okay. Basically, when you purchase a profession, it already has certain skills and talents. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to skills near the end. Skills and talents. Is that cool? Are we cool with that? So we'll move on to the next step. Now, step 9 usually is purchasing skills and choosing talents, but we're going to come back to that. You guys can pick talents, but you got to remember you get some from your lifestyles and your profession. So, well, that's fine. But
So we're gonna skip that too.
we're going to skip the talents for now, and skills and talents. I'm just going to go over this, and we're going to go to your the next step, so that we can get to the chapters and the descriptions of races and lifestyles, and then we'll do skills and talents last. Determine starting funds. In Karnage, this is really important. The problem is the conversion chart is way different. Now, the numbers found here are generally in gold pieces on your starting funds. Can everybody see that with my cursor? Or do I not have that up properly?
You do not have a cursor.
Here you go.
I have it now?
No.
Okay. Let's try now. How about now? Do you see my...
There you go.
All right, there's my mouse. Okay.
Cursor now.
So for starting funds, based on your lifestyle, you roll your for your whatever your lifestyle is, and then if you have a racial modifier, you roll that too, and you add it all together. But in Carnage, it's unlike most game systems or most campaigns where we use gold pieces. Carnage uses silver falcons. So on your character sheet on the back of the first page, so on the second sheet, basically the second page, on the under the gear chart at the top, to the far right, which I wish I had this brought up so that everybody at home could see it. But we'll take a good look
Are we rolling them ourselves, or are you rolling them?
You can go ahead and roll, unless you want me to roll.
I got it. We got it.
Okay, I figured you got it. I was going to roll for Tiger as an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Tiger is a survivalist, so she gets 5d4 times 10. That's a 2. 4, that's 6. And 3 is 9. And 2 is 11. And 2 is 13. So that's 130. And her racial, she doesn't get anything for racial. Her starting funds is 130. Everybody clear on how that works?
Yep.
Or is she about to folks at home?
Silver Falcons. So we're putting this under Silver Falcons, right?
That is correct for the Carnage game. Now I'm gonna bring it up on here so that everybody can see that the Carnage listing is way different. But this is where you find it on the character record sheet. It's on the back of. This is the
Back of the first page.
This is the first page. So the second page is just right on the back, and that's where you do all your gear and your starting funds and all that stuff. So did I give everybody a good look at the character sheet so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did have a question about starting funds, since
Go ahead.
my character's not exactly from Carnage.
Yeah, I know you're from Provelis. Yeah, that's the home. We'll get into that here on the final details.
Okay.
Starting funds. So
Okay, so let's bring back up the book.
okay.
Any other questions on starting funds? Now, like I said, the conversion chart for Carnage is different. The chart here in the LPG is basically for a standard game campaign, where gold is your base value coin.
Yes.
Carnage, your base value coin is actually Silver Falcons.
Okay, add 10.
Okay. Does everybody have their starting funds?
No.
Almost.
Okay, who needs help with their starting funds?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
My God.
okay.
The right button under Silver
Yeah,
Falcons.
Tiger's looking that up, Kate.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is what happens when you pick a special race.
Okay, we're good.
Your lifestyle stuff. I don't think there wouldn't be an assessment for.
No.
I mean, I'll look. I don't think.
So for a scholar, Kate,
Yeah.
you could roll 10d3 times 10, or I can roll it for you.
Can you roll them for me? That'd be
Sure.
okay with me.
I rolled max at 30. So that would be 300 for you.
300. What are we writing
Silver
down?
Falcons.
Okay, 300.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no adjustment.
I kept asking if you wrong with something.
No ratio.
We're zoned out, I think.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're coming up a little over an hour and a half here. We're that's actually pretty good for this many people making characters.
Yes, and over the internet.
Yeah, and over the internet. So, does anybody have any questions about starting funds? Are you good, Red?
Hey, you don't have any racial adjustment on yours,
I think I rolled good enough for it.
right? I'm just
Alright.
letting
So
Kate
this
not
is
think any
Silver
extra for
right?
race.
What's that, Red?
It's Silver Falcons, right?
It's you put your result on Silver Falcons.
Alright.
Okay.
10 Silver Falcons.
I thought there was 2.
All right, Kelly, you guys good with starting funds?
We're good.
And Jake?
Yep.
Did I miss anyone? Tiger?
You did mine as an example.
that's what I thought. I wanted
Just
to
need
be
to
clear.
make sure.
I didn't want you to feel left out here.
Do not
What
feel
is
left out.
What's the question there, Kate?
for race? What is the BRA? What is that? I was
Bonus racial abilities? Yeah, we'll get
Okay.
to that.
oh, okay. I just wondered. I
That's
just
going to be in the racial
Train.
section. Yeah, that's going to be in the racial section.
in the LA
We're going to
is
get all
the
racist here in just a little bit, all right? Is that good with everybody? Just a little, just a little.
Working on,
We have to choose our race.
purchasing and determining
Yes, we're going to go on to gear and stuff, but I wanted to make sure everybody was clear with starting funds.
I can't buy it.
Okay. Let me get this up so I can work with it. So gear and defensive rating, and purchasing and determining. Now, DR is basically your armor and your agility. Everything that makes up how you defend yourself would be your defensive rating.
Mhm.
So if you want to pick your weapon first, you can do that. That's where the chart comes next.
That's all I can buy.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to it. So I'm gonna go slow over it so the people watching can see the charts.
You had that here.
But we have 3 charts in the enhanced edition, but only 1 in the light edition. We have a lot of stuff in the enhanced edition. Now we'll just skip over the description there. But then for armor, which was kind of, I actually like to choose my armor first.
I want to do a double-bladed axe.
So can everybody see the armor type and defense chart?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have that there?
Double-bladed axe. Wouldn't that be cool for me?
It would be cool
My
for you.
might. Double-bladed axe.
So for armor, the way that works is you purchase your armor, and you write it on your first sheet where it says armor types under defensive rating,
Can't
which
see.
is in your combat information.
I can't.
I'll bring that back up and so that everybody can see.
Can you zoom in on this chart, Chris?
Okay, before I do that, sure, I can do that. I don't know
So
if
are we?
I can't zoom in on it, but hang on. Let me increase the size of the view. Let's see if this is too big. Is that
Can't
good?
afford armor and weapons.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a lot better.
Okay.
Actually.
So are we picking an armor right now?
You can do armor right now, or you can go back to gear, or you can do weapons. We haven't gotten to gear yet. I'm sorry. I mean back to weapons and then to gear. But I thought maybe we should look at armor first,
Okay.
because armor is like how you defend yourself.
Mhm.
So I generally buy armor first, then pick out weapons, and then go get gear. Gear is really easy because we have standard equipment packs. But we'll get to that here in a second.
Making us purchase it.
But like I said, I want to show everybody
Yeah.
where the DR is. So let me do this real quick. DR is here on the character sheet, and the armor types are below. Is everybody clear on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Defensive rating.
Yep. Defensive rating is your DR, yes.
Mhm.
Or DR is your defensive rating. I said that the same way twice. Yes, DR, it stands for defensive rating. And that's basically the makeup of all your defenses together, which is why we call it defensive rating instead of like armor class or something of that nature.
We're purchasing all our stuff.
You can purchase all your stuff. Yeah, that's the way it works.
Okay, so I got one armor and one weapon. That's it. I got no equipment.
Okay, so
We're going to get to that on gear here in a minute, because I'm going to be giving everybody a standard pack so that you don't have to buy. So before you go buying gear, I'm going to give everybody a standard pack based on their lifestyle.
Oh, so I get my pack. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So then we'll go back up to weapons,
Well, if that's
and I will start at the top of weapons, and we'll go down slow so everybody can see how we
Can
do.
you-
What's
we
the
haven't
question?
gotten armor yet, Chris.
Okay, do you want me to go back to the armor chart?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't have that in your book?
What for these two starting people who've never played?
Okay. So what kind of armor do you guys want to wear?
Well, what would they wear based upon their class?
Okay, for River, who is a pirate, probably
Some form of tan.
it's some form of tan. Yes, exactly. The way this works is robes are self-explanatory. We have common, reinforced, and tanned. It's just better quality robes as you get up as you go up on the chart. What this means is we have 3 categories of each type of armor. Now, for robes, it's like I said, it's self-explanatory. But for tanned, your basic tan would be like leather armor. Reinforced, it would have maybe like rivets and then actual studs on advanced tan. Does that make sense?
Some of it would be hardened leather.
And hardened leather, right. Now, we actually do have in the ref's guide hide armor. If anybody's interested in that, I can look in the ref's guide and give you a rare armor type, but I was really hoping we'd stick with LPG stuff.
Well, I don't think anyone there would have hide armor.
No, probably not.
Maybe me, but I'm going with the advanced tan, so
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Just a note, we do have other armors in the ref's guide.
I might have tan is because I'm a survivalist, but tan would be just fine.
Right.
Okay, and this comes out of our starting funds, right?
It comes out of your starting funds. That's why I said you probably should buy armor first, but remember you got to buy weapons. I am going to give you a standard equipment pack, so you don't have to worry about that. But any extra gear that's not in your pack, you would have to purchase.
Yeah, so then you all can start with advanced steel there.
So if you buy a weapon and you have bolts, a crossbow, and you need crossbow bolts, you're going to also have to buy a bolt case to keep those bolts in, or a quiver for arrows for a bow. Does that make sense?
And forget about dragon scale completely.
So
Yeah, they can't afford it.
I know that. I'm just messing.
now, what's the difference between the tan? What's the difference between the robes and the tan?
Okay, robes they're like wizards' robes.
Okay, so what
Or
would a
priest
pirate
robes.
wear? The tanned armor?
Yeah, he'd want to wear tan, which,
Either basic, reinforced, or advanced.
like I said, basic would be your basic leather armor. A reinforced would be hardened, and advanced would have metal studs. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's
We'll get this right yet.
it costs 5. Where one costs.
I think we lost.
So did we do this right? Because we only got like 28 starting coins.
Yeah, we'll go over how to figure up DR here in a second.
No, I'm talking about the starting funds.
Starting funds?
Yeah, no, we did it right. We
Oh,
only
you did it right? Well, if you have any questions on how it's done, I can go back.
10.
But like I said, we're coming up on close to 2 hours here, so
Huh?
I want to finish up here in the next half hour or so.
10 and the DR bonus is 2.
Okay.
Right, plus 2 for your DR.
Is everybody good with the armor type and defense chart?
Yes.
Okay.
Right down 10.
Like I said, we'll go over the weapon categories. We have axes and the various types, a blowgun, bolas, the 2 types of boomerangs that we have in our. Well, actually, we have 3.
Your gold piece or your silver piece.
Well, a smaller one and a larger one.
I'm not sure what my character would wear.
I don't see that.
For you probably wouldn't be wearing any armor at all. Maybe the robes, but you could wear things like down at the bottom where it says defensive armors.
Yeah.
There's like tunics and stuff. You probably would wear one of those. And your as a small barkman, your barkman might have a shield.
Oh, okay.
If I got Boyer Fletcher, does that mean I don't have to buy a bow? I can make it myself.
You could, if you have a talent where you can make a bow, you can make it. That's not a talent. That would be a skill. That's a tradesman's skill. Yes, it is a tradesman's skill. So most people aren't going to start with that.
So I can start with that though, right?
Well,
Damn it.
it depends. As an artisan, we'll get into that. We'll see what you get.
I have to figure out which weapon I want to pick.
That's how it works in a starting game. Okay, so and then we have strung bows, metal claws, clubs, and the various types. Clubs include maces and like spike clubs and war clubs, and your Morning Star falls into that too. Then you have crossbows. We have the hand, the normal crossbow, dwarven, heavy, double shot, and quadra shot. A quadra shot fires 4 bolts at once, but
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in this group is going to be able to afford one of those, let alone a double shot. And there's all the various types of daggers that we have, darts, flails. A chain flail is actually like a martial art weapon, like a 3-piece rod. We have some martial art weapons mixed in here too. Forks, we have the military fork, the tridents and great tridents, and a garrow. Does everybody know what a garrow is?
What's a garrow?
It's a garrote.
Actually, no. What?
That's basically a wire that you go up with 2 little handles on it.
It's a sneak weapon.
You go up behind somebody.
Oh, I know what that is now.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to get into that. That's a back attack weapon normally. We have hammer staffs, which is basically a staff with a hammer on each end. It's kind of cool. It's a dwarven thing in our game, designed for the adept martial art combat style. But we, like I said, we'll get into skills here. Harpoons, knives, lances, and basically what we have under the categories is how much it costs, how many attacks per melee round this particular weapon gives you. A lot of small weapons give you more than 1, but generally not more than 2. The quadra shot crossbow is an exception to that rule because it fires 4 bolts at once. Then we get into size. We have when we get into weapon talents, we'll go over the size of weapons and how that the die category works. And then we have weight and base damage, which would go onto your character sheet under your attack or weapon type, where it says weapon damage. It would go under your dice where it says dice. That would be where your base damage goes. And then the damage type is bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and ranged. We're pretty simple on that. Okay, so after lances, we have all your different missile types. We put those in one spot to make it easy to find. Then we have picks, pole arms, shield. The reason why we have shield here as a weapon because it can be used as a weapon. You can actually become talented with a shield and wield it in your offhand. Shurikens, we have stars, shurikens, caltrops, that's that kind of stuff. Slings, spears, staves, staff slings, tiny swords, pixie sword, scorpion stinger. Swords, we have a lot of different types of swords, but we break those down into size types. So we have we have the tiny swords and the small swords. Small swords include your standard short sword, a foil. The only reason a foil is considered a small sword is because of how dainty it is. It's not heavy.
Very, thin.
Generally, weapons are done by length, but it's also weight is a factor also. Then we have the medium swords, which is a lot of your standard swords fall into this category, like a rapier or a broadsword, a cutlass. Now, I know historically broadswords are generally, but we like the old school rules where the broadsword is your regular weapon, your medium sword. Large swords would include your long sword, claymores, the normal scimitar. For those of you who know what a scimitar really is, we have a great scimitar. We have a medium scimitar, or we have a small scimitar. So we have 2 types of scimitars. We have the little one everybody seems to like, and then we have the more historical one, the great scimitar. Then we have huge swords, which are ridiculous. They're for the larger size characters. And then for your high-end, top-of-the-line, tall, giantines and animan, we have the gargantuan sword, which in-game these swords actually might have different names. But what we tried to do was put a generic name here so that refs could call these things what they want. And then we have, lastly, we have whips, and whips have their own rules, which we'll get into in weapon talents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any question about weapons?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
As an animan, I get natural attacks. Should I wait until the animan and stuff in the races, or can I talk about that now?
That's correct. You can talk about what we can talk about that now is for a talent. You would want to, if you wanted to get bonuses to those natural attacks, you'd want to take a talent in your natural attack.
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't know what weapon I would probably use, even though
I got some really,
technically-
really good ones for you. Take a look at the list. I don't really want to give things away, so
yeah,
Your big
yeah.
I have the list here.
club fist.
Your small Markman has some pretty decent natural attacks. You can actually have him become talented with those.
Yeah, your
Okay.
big club fist.
Okay, well that would take us to gear. Any questions about the armored weapons?
Although there are specialized weapons for the other part of your character dynamic, Kate, if you really want.
Yeah.
But we can talk about those later if you like.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be good.
So we're coming up on 2 hours, so let's get a move on so we can get finished up here. All right, lifestyle packs. So like I was saying, now normally those have a cost involved, and that cost is here on the gear chart. So on the gear chart, it goes down here to lifestyle packs. Gear is divided into equipment, apparel, support characters, creature accessories, and then the lifestyle packs here by creature accessories. Can everybody see that? Is everybody with us still?
What are you pointing out again?
Okay.
You didn't put that screen up, honey.
Yeah.
I thought I'd put the screen up. I'm
you
sorry.
did not. You did not. You were doing it on the computer, but did not have it on the screen.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so there's gear. It's broken down into equipment, which is here and here. And then the apparel starts here and goes up into this column.
Okay,
Then
I
you have
found it.
support characters and their accessories, creature accessories. And then your cost of lifestyle packs, which you don't have to worry about in this game. But we do have a cost involved normally. So we're going to go down to the standard equipment packs.
Well, there's something that you got to tell them that they might want to have, sweetheart.
What would that be?
That would be for those who are not used to the winter, they might want to purchase cold weather gear.
Actually, I was going to make sure that everybody who was from a cold area had cold weather gear if they needed it. That would not include someone from Travalis or someone from Magna de Angar. Those are warmer areas.
So I would need warm weather gear then?
Jake and Red's character would need cold weather gear. And so would, you're kind of a bark man there, Kate, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are the three players that have characters from warmer climes.
I don't know how a.
I don't think your character has to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so does everybody see the standard lifestyle equipment packs?
Trees can freeze.
Tradesman pack and I can get
Not really.
In the LPG, that would be page 35, the enhanced edition.
They don't really freeze.
Okay, so we've got your adventurous pack or your generic standard lifestyle pack, equipment pack.
Oh, cool. I want a sled.
Now, the list is here of everything that's in that pack for your lifestyle. So, like, let me see here. Jake, you would have a common laborer's pack, which is here, and this is what would be included in that.
Excuse me.
All right, so
sled.
next would be your two survivalists, Tiger and Red's characters. And survivalist pack would be here. Now, a survivalist pack has more stuff than most people's, but if you can imagine, they're outside more than everybody else. Other characters have homes they can go to generally.
I got a home. I built it myself.
I said generally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that would take us to Kate, your character as a
Yeah.
scholar.
I have a question.
Well, hang on just a second and I'll answer it. Let me finish my thought here.
Okay.
You would have a scholar or invoker's knapsack. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay, what's your question?
How many dogs do I need to pull a small sled? I don't need a big sled. I just need
4.
a small sled. 4 dogs for a small sled?
I would allow 2 or 3.
No, I'm pretty heavy. I'll go with 4.
But for you, I said I'm thinking 4.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
with 4.
Then the tradesmen would have their packs over here for Aoi and Uma.
Yep.
Okay, and then for
8.
Patter Lokison River, you would need an adventurer's pack, which is the first one I showed everybody up here. Now your packs actually come with all this stuff. The only one we don't really need to worry about because no one's playing a nobleman, but noblemen also come with. They begin play with at least a riding horse. For those who are watching at home, if they chose to play a nobleman, because people can still watch this in the replay, guys. Then you go back up to the gear, and if you have any coin left, you may buy gear that's not in your pack. All right.
I'm out of coins.
My character can't afford any warm weather gear with his current.
Like I said, we're gonna get into that in the game, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
I might
Anybody have any questions about gear?
So, do I need to subtract the money from my gear for this, or
If-
no?
Not for the equipment pack. Chris gave us our
For the
equipment pack.
equipment pack, yeah.
No, the equipment packs I'm just giving you guys.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right,
and unless campaigns, they might charge you for the equipment pack.
Okay.
But see, I'm getting a sled and 4 huskies, so I have to pay for that out of my money.
Exactly.
I guess support characters would be
Support characters and creature accessories, you would definitely have to.
4 huskies.
So since I have a falcon, I would want to get like a glove or something, right?
You would have to get your falcon. I'm not charging you for your falcon because we already agreed that you had it. But you would definitely have to get things like for your falcon,
Johnny Gauntlet,
the falcon hood, the falconer gauntlet, and jesses.
jesses. Those are like leashes around your falcon's feet.
You ever see Lady Hawk? Those little leather straps she wore on her claws. I don't know if you saw that, but that's a good movie.
Yeah, when you have them on the falconry glove, you hold the jesses to keep the falcon.
So I need the hood and the gauntlet and what else?
The jesses with a J, right under horseshoes and above wings.
Okay.
Any questions on gear?
Those have to come out of my starting CGPs, right?
Starting funds.
Or I mean funds.
Silver
yeah.
Falcons, yes.
Now, on the this says the gauntlets are 5 silver pieces. So what are we using?
Oh, for the half, they would be gray hories, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah,
Maybe one gray hoary.
Yeah, for if it says silver pieces, you're using silver falcons as your base, and yeah, if it's a silver piece, you would use a gray hoary.
And what's the conversion on that?
Yeah, we'll get into that here in just a
Okay,
minute.
so toppins are copper pieces.
Right, topping is like a copper piece. Let me look at it here.
Fletches are like dimes.
Yeah, that'd be more like a dime. A gray hoary would be like a 50-cent piece.
Yeah, that's what I said. With the 5 silver pieces, it'd be 1 gray hoary.
And a silver falcon would be like your standard dollar. A silver mark would be like $5. Gold pieces would be like $10. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's right. $10.
But everything
would be the next higher. What's that?
Everything in the book is either gold pieces or silver pieces. So
Right. So if it says silver pieces,
They're fletchels.
it would be considered a fletchel? It would be considered a fletchel. I'm sorry, not a gray hoary.
Gray hoary is a 50-cent piece.
Right. So it would be fletchels. So 10 fletchels equals a silver falcon. Does that make sense?
yeah, so silver pieces in the book are fletchels, and 10 of those equals a falcon.
So silver falcons replace gold, and fletchels replace silver. Are we clear on that?
And your toppins are your coppers.
Yep. We had to get all weird in our coinage in Karnage, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, in actually makes sense.
It does. It does for the campaign.
Gold in Karnage, mining for gold is very rare. Most mines don't have any gold.
So are we done looking at that gear, everybody?
Yes.
Jake?
There is an abundance of
Yes.
Okay. Warren?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Kate?
I think I'm good.
Well, you can stick around later and ask me any questions you guys want. Well, let's finish making characters so we can end the live stream at least. So moving on, we would go to the final details. What we need to do is go take care of our racial stuff now and our lifestyle stuff. So I'm going to jump out of the book here and come back to all of us together, and we will we'll go over lifestyles. So we go race and lifestyle. So yes, I'm going to scroll in the LPG to chapter 2 races. All right, so who wants to go? Okay, let's just do it this way, alphabetically.
Yeah.
By animate. So I believe the only animate is the Catman.
No, yeah.
And then we have a Kangaroo Man. I'm sorry.
Catman and Marsupial.
So for animate, Warren,
Yes.
did you get all your stuff off your animate attack chart?
I believe I did.
You believe you did? Do you guys need to see the LPG for that?
I have my own LPG, but I do have a question about the animate attack chart.
But
All right, what's the question?
I am a kangaroo man, and yet the marsupials do not have a kick attack.
Okay,
No, it's Buffett.
that would be your Buffett.
Buffett. Okay.
Buffett will replace your kick attack on that one.
So I'll
If
just
you don't see it, ask what it is.
Okay.
Warren, did you have a question?
I just thought I'd ask.
Okay.
not right now.
So you guys are good on your race. Basically, chapter 2 describes what your race does. So did you get all your stuff? I'm gonna go back to the book so we can take a look.
So yes, Max, you got a pretty powerful kick there.
I'll read it down later.
Now each animate family has its own starting stuff. So if you guys can go ahead and spend your natural traits, your 250 points
on the chart. Warren, that's where you get your move base.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions about your natural traits?
Warren, remember, whatever move base you purchase for your Catman, it's double.
Computer and then I can print it out.
Double?
Yeah, we'll get over to that here real quick.
I don't know why I just.
Well, you're gonna let them spend their 250, right?
Right, you can spend your 250.
Well, that's one of the ones that.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go over to the Catman.
Have to be here.
We have the animal family, the animate family types. We have quolls, which is like your water mammals,
They can't leave words. So
dolphins and whales, and the avians are birds.
Pete and everything.
Bats are bats. Moles are bears. Canines are dogs and wolves. And then we have your Catman. So we're gonna use the Catman as an example, since that's one of our most popular races people like to play.
Kind of true, actually. We've had
Now-
more people play Catman than Wolfman.
On the Catman, can you guys see my cursor this time?
Yes.
Okay. Basically, the animate family will have the type of family, like it's a cat family, and what's in that family. Okay, is that clear? Okay, then you have your ability score adjustment, or ASA.
Yes.
Your resistance roll adjustments, which we've already done. Your BRPs, your burps, or your bonus racial points. And then you'd have your lifestyles allowed. Now, we've pretty much already gone over this, Warren. But for the record, what is your lifestyle?
My lifestyle?
Yes, what did you choose?
Survivalist.
Right? So survivalist is right there under your lifestyles allowed, correct? Now, certain professions allow you to play lifestyles you're not normally allowed to based on bonus races for that profession.
Oh, for those of you who want to play a lifestyle that your race is not allowed, you actually can spend, there's general racial traits. It's at the beginning of this particular chapter.
Well, I'm going to make a video on how to make characters here in about a month based off that book I was showing you guys, the Lenharrow Characters Companion, and the first chapter of the LPG. I'm kind of doing a combo video on that.
Anyways, it costs 200 of your beginning CGPs to get a non-aligned lifestyle. That's a general racial trait.
Right.
So it's not impossible for a Catman to be, I don't know what the cat, what this scholar.
Let's see, yeah, they have bounty hunter calling scholars. They can't be. I think that's the only one a Catman can't be. It's a scholar. And then you get your natural DR.
Patience for learning.
Right. So your natural DR is your NDR is your natural defensive rating, Warren.
Yes.
And you got that. Does everybody understand how this chart works for each race? I mean, we're going to go over a little bit on each of your races, so we make sure you got everything for you. But then, if they like with Animan, if they have a natural attack type or NA, that's listed here. Damage is also it's done on that chart at the beginning, so that's where you get your damage for Animan. For most of the other races, it's actually in the description as well. BRAs are your bonus racial adjustments. Abilities.
You already gone through all that.
And we've already gone through all that, but I'm just doing a basic of what
You were on
each race.
lifestyles allowed.
Then I went to natural DR
Okay.
and natural attacks
Okay.
and bonus racial abilities,
Okay.
which this is where your heightened senses would be found.
And any bonuses, like for example, Catman has hunting.
And they would also get the drop ability from the natural traits chart without cost. The Catmen automatically have that. Now, like other Animan families have some of these too.
Okay, it's not written in that little group at the top, but you have to read the description because some of your skills are in there. This is a prime example. Catman's move base, whatever move base they purchase, it's double.
Right. That's a special thing just for the Catman family. That would take us to your marsupial, Max.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions?
Nope.
Apparently I have a typo.
Your typo?
I fixed it. It's all good. All right.
So we're going to the next race.
We would go on to the next race, which would be the octons, primates, draconians, reptons. These are all your other Animan types. Redentians are your rats. Draconians are all fish. They're all grouped in together.
Amazingly, we don't have a droll.
Yeah, we don't. That's a very common, popular race.
That's rare. Typically, we
Snakes
have
are
a
your hogs, pigs, and boars. Tons are bulls, elephants, rhinos. Your bigger animals, herd animals.
We have an elf.
Trogs are like frogs and salamanders. This is kind of your group for your amphibians. The trollmen are anything that's undescript, a unique animal family that's not listed. We actually have rules later on for lagomorphs, which are rabbit people, which aren't in the LPG. Then there's arachnoids, which we don't have any scorpions or spidarians. So we'll skip over those real quick. And trolls are your dragon men, which, again, nobody picked one of those. So we'll skip over those. We don't have a dwarf. I'm sad.
No dwarves. So I said I played the very rare and unique human.
We do have elves. Now, there are certain things that all elves get. They get an elven paralyzation resistance. You guys, the elf in the party, I think we only have one.
Yeah, Frost Elf.
We have the Frost Elf. That would be you, River. Are you still with us? Oh, it's just you, Kelly. So for River's benefit,
yeah, River and Jay are done for the night.
That's cool. We're almost done here. We're getting the last little final touches, really.
They were about to fall out of their chairs from being sick. So.
Oh well, yeah, they're not feeling good. We get it.
Poor thing.
And if they have any questions, we can discuss it on the Discord too.
Yep.
Okay, so but they get you don't have to write it down, but the elf gets the elven paralyzation resistance and the elven society similarities. Basically, we go over that kind of stuff for elves, and then we have the sub races for all the elves that we have in the enhanced edition. We don't have any gargoyles. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Frost Elf. Yes,
Frost Elf is what we do have.
We did have the Frost Elf, and we've. Do you need anything from that, Kelly, or are you good?
No, I already got all of that for them beforehand.
Okay.
So
that's basically what you do is you go and you get your lifestyle stuff and you write it down on your character sheet.
do have a gnome.
We don't have any Garns. Surprise, Kelly. Kelly likes to play Garns.
I like gnomes too. I've got my
I know. I'm glad.
gnome witches.
I like playing Garns too. They're
and their half brother, which is a girl.
So no giant tines. Gnomes, here we go. We have gnomish nicknames. You're playing an Arctic gnome, correct?
I'm a snome.
Yep, they call them snow gnomes or snows. There's your Arctic gnome, and you got everything you need, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then we got gnome healers and mine gnomes and mountain gnomes, all our sub-races. This are Gremnillions, so like I said earlier, mystical creatures. We have the Griffinite, which is a Griffin man. Griffin man. Olbro is like an owlbear man. A Pegasite is a Pegasus man. Sphinxian is a Sphinx man, and Unicide is a unicorn man. Those are our standard 5.
so.
And then we have a big section on half-breeds, but nobody played those.
Stuff.
Yeah, you have all your Unicide stuff, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. We have some general half-breeds, but nobody played those, so we won't really go into it. This is where you'd find your half-elf and anything that has mixed parentage.
That I played last time.
Yeah, anything that has mixed parentage of equal of your one half and half elf or human, that'd be a half-breed. Gnome halfling, elf halfling, dwarf human, dwarf gnome. We have those. Halflings, we didn't have any of those in this group either.
Nope, no halflings.
Which is fine. Then we got our humans. We got the Arctic humans, and Tiger's got all her stuff for that.
I'm playing the rare and unique human.
Right. You're playing a colossal human.
There's different rules. Oh,
there's different rules for that, but that's something.
I needed my my move base is based on my agility.
Oh, your move base is
15.
10 plus 1 per your agility above 15.
Look at that. It's barely. I'm barely faster than a normal human.
And your natural DR, like all other humans, is 10. Most races, natural DR is 10. Okay, that takes us to our lifestyles and professions. Okay, now there is something you can take called a Wanderlust hindrance. For those of you who don't know, that gives you 500 bonus CGPs. However, you can't sit still for various periods of time. Like if you're in one place for more than a week, you got to get up and go unless you make I believe it's a feat of insight or something like that. Yeah.
So both Jay and River have Wanderlust, so they get a bonus 500 CGPs?
Unless it was one of their hindrances from their lifestyle.
Yeah, if they got it with their lifestyle or profession, then no. But if you just take it on your own, yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, we had an adventurer. That would be the pirate. Now, adventurers, we'll use this as the standard because this is your typical fantasy hero is your adventurer. We have bonuses for each, and faith points if they get any bonus, and hindrances if they have any. Now, adventurers generally don't have a lot, and then whatever their skills alignment is. Now, the typical adventurer is aligned to arcane, combat, guild, and martial arts. The other one would be a D for divine. Adventurers don't get that under normal circumstances, but certain professions may change that. Like you can purchase a profession with your starting CGPs to get a bunch of bonus stuff. Now, what we'll do is we'll go down to the pirate because we have somebody playing a pirate, and we'll go over that. Okay, so the CGP cost for the pirate is 400. Did you get that, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. And they're combat guild and martial arts. And it looks like they lose arcane.
Yes.
Because they're a pirate. They just don't have that. Then they get the bonus skills. Did you get these written down?
Yes, we got all the bonus skills and talents written down.
Okay, so that's how that works. You just check it out and see what kind of bonus skills there are, and you click them on your character sheet.
Yeah, see pirates come
where appropriate. And if you can't find a spot, put it under the front sheet at the bottom, under other racial abilities work. I mean, you put it wherever you can, wherever you feel comfortable with. But if you find it, then put it on the sheet where it belongs. And talents are on the last page. So like I said, we'll get into that here real quick. But then, once you get to your lifestyle and your profession, take the talents that are listed here and make sure you mark them off as that you have them on your talent sheet on the last page. Any questions on how that works for lifestyles and professions? Jake, you good?
I
I'm
do
good.
have a question about the tradesmen.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We're not on the tradesman yet.
Okay, well, then we have
Okay,
your common laborers and your bounty hunters. We got your bounty hunters first, and then various professions that you can play with that. And bounty hunters is your typical. You find your any kind of guildsman in here. Like for the specialist, that's a good way to describe the bounty hunter. Specialist bounty hunters, things like that would be your acquisitioner, which is somebody who is a fence. Then you have your acrobat in there. Your archer. Artificer is somebody who does traps. Compounder is somebody who does poisons. Evader is somebody who is an escape artist. Highwayman is just like a robber or cut purse. A linguist is somebody who specializes in languages, naturally. A mystic is a martial artist. A persuader is somebody who's skilled at bribery and negotiations. Takes us to common laborers. I don't.
Messenger.
Do we have the messenger in that, right, Max?
Max is a messenger.
Yep, messenger is a common laborer.
Okay. Did you get your basic vocation?
I'm pretty sure I made myself someone who does the laundry, but I don't remember.
A launderer.
Yeah, you were a launderer.
Launderer.
So you would put that basically next to your common laborer lifestyle and not as part of your profession. Also, if you have any of these extra ones like in here, you can choose to be a freeman or a serf.
Yeah, stuff. If I say you're a stuff.
And then you have your basic vocations that all common laborers get to choose one. And then you chose to be a messenger, so we'll go look at that profession.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. CGP cost is $250. I'm sure you got that.
Yeah, I got that situated.
Standard skills alignment for a common laborer is combat and guild, so there's no modification there.
Nope.
And then you got your bonus skills.
Sleep resistant, shop talk, communication 25%, and read languages at 50%.
That is correct. And just for my benefit, guys, I'm looking at the LPG in Word. It's on the screen, correct?
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Okay,
It
I
is.
did that right this time. And then you got your bonus talents. Now, sometimes you can get a weapon talent in there too. Not all of them do. Most of them don't, but some do. But that's where that's listed as well. So, so you got your talents, Max?
Yep, I got everything for the messenger.
Okay. So that would take us down to your hindrances, which the messenger doesn't have any.
Hooray.
And what we didn't cover earlier was if it has optional races. I did mention that. Well, like the messenger has Gargoylehound and Pegasite. Those races normally can't be a common laborer, but in this case, they can be a messenger. Okay. Any other questions on common laborers? We don't have any nobles, but nobles can choose to either have noble blood or be a noble vassal. And that means they're born noble or they become a noble. Noble vassal or somebody who becomes a noble. And we have various professions for that. Okay. Kind of giving a tour of our game system here in the live stream here too. I don't think we had any religious men. It's basically people who choose a deity and have to adhere to religious strictures or structures, however you want to say it.
Not mine.
Now, in Karnage, the way it works is if you don't have divine skills, everybody technically worships the one god, the Great One. And all the other deities are considered saints, unless they're evil, and then they're considered pagan gods. Okay, any questions on that? Okay. So then we have the Savage. I don't think we had any of those either. And I know we got somebody watching, but thanks for watching. I hope you like what you see. We're making characters for Lenharrow. Lenharrow Fantasy Adventures is our own homebrew game system that we published, and where it's located is in the description below. You can find it on Amazon.com and DriveThruRPG. Okay, so no savages, even though we got a cool looking Freddy Gruber there. And the various, we'll skip over the professions for that one because we don't have any, but we do have a scholar. And Kate, you chose to be a typical scholar, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, so
No profession.
so yeah, she chose a profession.
Oh,
The scholar is one of those that lose a faith point. Did you get that, Kate?
Yes.
yeah, I told her that
Okay.
when we were doing ability score.
And you got the 10 lore talent slots.
I did not.
Okay, so you get 10 bonus lore talent slots.
Is there a
Well-
spot for that on the thing?
No, I just write it at the top, or you can put it in there if you're using digital. Just so you, for someplace where you know that you have 10 slots that you can spend, and then you get reading and writing for free. No hindrances, and your standard skills alignments are arcane and martial arts. Now, you chose a typical scholar. The other type of scholar is a witch or warlock. No, that's something we get into if we had one, but we don't. So we're like running way over time. So let's get down here to the Rune Mage, which is what you chose. CGP cost is 450. Now they get combat in lieu of martial arts. Did you get that as your skills alignment?
I didn't.
So your skills alignment would be combat and arcane.
Is there a place for that on the sheet?
Yes, on the back of the first sheet,
Okay.
under universal skills,
Okay.
there's a spot. And now I will, since you asked the question,
Yes.
I will bring it up so people can see that.
Yeah, you check mark your skills alignment.
Where it shows the universal skills, the skills alignment is right there, right below where your gear's at. And over on the other side is your animate natural traits. So for Max and Warren, that's where those are. And for other people wanting to play. All right, we'll get back to the book.
Skills alignment. Okay.
Yeah, you just check the ones you have. It's really simple, the way we have it set up on the record sheet. And then you got an attack bonus for one of your chosen weapon talents. You get what that means? All of these work your weapon. You get a free weapon as a Rune Mage. That's one of your bonus talents. Did you get that?
Okay. Well,
That's
it's all
later.
written
We are
down.
going to discuss weapon talents here in a bit, but you get one for free, and then you get your lifestyle talents. But also under your bonus skills, you also got parry and spellcasting style, which is under universal skills. And under arcane, you have quick spells, and you start with an arcane casting level of 1. And you get 2 free skills. You get creation magic device and physical inanimate. Did you get those?
What was the last one you said?
The fields, you get creation magic device, and physical, you get inanimate. And then you also have stone masonry, which is a guild tradesman skill. We didn't really go over the skills very well, but we'll get into that here in a minute.
Okay.
Because we're going to do skills right after this, actually. So then we have your lifestyle talents. Did you get those?
Lifestyle talents.
It's on the back of the last sheet. In ancient history and rune reading, both of those you would put a 0 there before your modifier on your ability score. Check. Are you good, Kate?
I am trying to find that.
Okay, like I said, it's on the back of the last sheet
I'll let everyone know.
where the talents are listed.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know afterwards.
And lore
Universal
talents are on the far right. Do you see that?
More talent.
All right. So since you asked,
No.
talent sheet is on the very last page.
Well, it depends. We might not be able
All your talents
Okay,
are
so
listed
page
here.
4.
Yeah, you have your judgment talents, your physical talents, and your lore talents. You see? You understand what I'm saying there?
I'm looking.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really long.
We should have gone over the
Okay.
character sheet first. I don't know why we didn't, but we were jumping in. We're jumping the gun here. On the back of the first page is your gear and your universal skills and animate natural traits. Then you have your arcane skills. Then you have your combat skills and divine skills. Then
Okay.
your guild and martial arts. And on the back of that, on the last page, is your talents. Are we all clear on the character sheet? We should have done that first. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, man.
Any
good
questions,
stuff.
Kate?
I'm just gonna have to go through this all alone and try and figure out where.
Well, like I said,
everything
if you have any questions, you can hit me up either email or Discord.
Well, actually, when you stop live streaming, you guys can stay on and we'll ask.
Yeah, there's that too.
is. Okay.
We're going to have to quit here pretty soon. I didn't want to go over 3 hours. It's a bit long as it is, but our typical game session will be about 3 hours, so I didn't want it to go more than that.
Okay.
All right, so let's put the LPG back up. So who's up next? Let's find out.
No soldiers.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
We don't have any soldiers.
No soldiers.
Our soldiers, typically you can choose between a combat merc, a guardsman, or a military man, and they get various bonuses. Like a military man gets all your battle tactics, all your tactic talents. The combat merc gets, I believe it's like local history or something like that. Heraldry, I'm sorry, not local history. They get heraldry. They know their banners. And guardsmen get the local history. I got those backwards. And they all get 2 weapon talents to be a soldier. It's kind of cool. And then the professions, like all the other ones, give them various stuff if they purchase one. But we'll skip over that because I'm pretty sure
We have 2 survivalists.
we have 2 survivalists coming up. Now,
but one of them's a geomancer. Did you miss that?
that's a survivalist, Warren. We're right there now.
Yeah.
So we'll get to you in just a second here. Did you get your survival universal skill, Warren?
Well, which is that? Where's that at?
That's on the back of the first sheet. Well, whoever did that was fun. Heavy breather.
They're the skills, right?
Yeah, under bonus.
Universal skills, check mark survival.
Yeah, that's on the back of the first sheet next to your animate natural traits.
You get 1 main terrain and 1 minor terrain.
Wait,
One major, one minor, yes.
Major, minor, what?
Terrains.
Never
You
mind, just
your
pick 2
terrain.
terrains, the one you like the most and the one you don't like as much.
What's terrain? I don't know.
We'll get into that. That's like your Arctic, forest, mountain.
Hey, Red, think Minecraft biomes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah, Minecraft biomes that you know how to survive in.
Thank you, Jake.
That's a good one.
Where is that?
Just check mark survival, and there's a box next to it that's empty. You can put them in there.
Yeah.
Write them down in there.
Yeah, you just write them wherever you know want them. Wherever you can look them up real quick.
What kind of survivalist did he pick?
He picked a geomancer, which I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
Nice.
Is he the only survivalist? in the
No,
group?
I'm a survivalist.
Okay, yeah, we got you
Why do you keep forgetting the person that's right next to you?
because I've pretty much already done her character.
Well, that's kind of true. Most of my stuff was done.
And we have the Arctic Warden and the Geomancer, but an Arctic Warden is a terrain warden. It's a type of terrain warden which comes up after the Geomancer. So we'll use the Geomancer as the example for the survivalist. Now, Warren,
Yeah.
Red, you spent the 350 CGPs, right, for how much it costs to be a Geomancer?
Yeah.
Okay. You got your skills alignment? Same page is where you put the survival skill under universal skills.
Yes, check mark combat, divine, arctic, and arcane, and martial arts.
Check Arctic. You have Arctic skills.
I do have arctic skill.
She meant arcane, guys. We know.
Arcane.
Arcane, divine, and martial arts.
Okay, did you get all your bonus skills, Warren? Because we're going to go into that here in a minute.
No.
Arcane casting level 1. You put that under your arcane skills list.
Oh, I got
Check mark
level
all
1.
the elemental fields. It's not nice.
You get all the elemental fields.
All of them.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
Yeah, I just get all the elemental fields?
All the elemental fields.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So what a Geomancer does, that's their thing.
Oh.
And then you get from the creation, you get plant.
Hang on. Okay, creation, I get plant.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you get elemental passage 3 times per day as a granted power,
Yep.
along with pass without trace.
What was that first one?
Elemental passage 3 times per day.
Elemental passage?
Yep. They're alphabetical
It's a granted power.
under the granted powers under your divine skills, sir.
I can't. Oh wait, I'm in arcane. Am I supposed to be in divine?
I did go over the
Divine.
record
Go
sheet just a
into
minute ago.
divine.
Divine, which would be the same level, right? One
You
in.
don't get a level on divine. You have to purchase that yourself.
Yep. You get arcane casting level 1.
But do I get any grand powers for that?
Yes, elemental passage and pass without trace. Those are your 2 granted powers.
Exactly.
Passage and pass without trace.
Right? Did you mark those?
I'm looking for pass without trace so I can mark it, but I just
It's alphabetical.
where's the key?
A to Z, sir.
Oh, there it is.
Found it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now you know how to do talents on the last sheet, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have an LPG, right?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah.
Okay, so do you need this on the screen to see the talents that you get?
I would like it because I'm not on that page.
All right, I'm okay. Well, I'm
Hey,
going to leave it up
Warren.
here for a minute, so mark your talents real quick and let me know when you're done.
Okay.
Tiger has a question for you, Warren.
I don't have a question. You can get this from us later downstairs. Okay?
Yeah, but my setup's up here right now.
Well, go ahead, Mike. Mark them down real quick. All you got to do is mark that you have them.
Oh, it also says any orders are at double cost.
Right. Well, we'll get into that.
That's his hindrance.
Yeah, your hindrance when you buy divine orders or non-elemental fields. If they're not elemental fields or orders from arcane or divine, they cost you double when you purchase them later on.
Wait, what
Just do your talents.
talents am I looking at here?
Okay, natural shelter.
Natural shelter.
Yeah, I'll go under your judgment talents. You get natural shelter, and unless I say otherwise, it's 0. Okay.
Okay, natural shelter.
No modifier, meaning there's no plus, there's no minus. It's 0.
Okay.
So natural shelter, weather sense. Those are your judgment talents. Then you go to your lore talents, and you have entomology.
Wait. What I'm still on the judgment ones. What was the second one?
Weather sense.
Weather sense. It sounded like.
Yes, sir. It's all good.
Now what? What was it?
Okay, so go over to your lore talents.
Lore talent.
You got a bunch of those. You got entomology,
Entomology.
dimension lore,
Dimension lore. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
fungi recognition,
Wait, what? Oh, fungi.
fungi, mushrooms,
Yeah.
geography,
Geography.
herbalism, and plant lore.
Okay, plant.
And we can get into the rest later. Do you have any questions about your profession?
The herbalism. I don't. What's the first letter of that? Oh, it's H.
It's H, sir. It's herbalism.
I got it.
All right. So you're good. So I'm going to take us over to the terrain warden. And a terrain warden basically picks a single terrain that they're really good at. So you get your CGP cost for the general, because it's like the bounty hunters where we have specialist bounty hunters. This is a specialist survivalist. So then you would get your skills alignment and skills. You got all the stuff.
Yes, darling, you can move on to the
Okay. I can move on to the tradesman, Tiger is telling me, but I was just wanted to point out that those are like it's a big one for the survivalists, the terrain wardens. Kelly's having a 3-ring circus over there. Okay, so then we get to the tradesman. It's
I
okay.
thought it was muted.
That's all good. It happens. Okay, so
That's a profiteer.
yeah, this is where we're going to need you, Kelly. The two
Okay.
tradesmen are your characters. You have Uma and Weirbin,
Yep.
both tradesmen. So
I've got everything, all the stuff
Okay.
on it already. My only question is
all right.
under it says that we get one starting talent or whatever.
An apprentice trade, yes. So you would pick one of those under the list. Now, for
Okay.
your character as an artisan, it depends on what kind of artisan you want to be. You could be an architect. You could be, an engineer. It depends on what kind of artisan you want to be. If you want to be an artist,
Tinker.
Okay.
correct.
So
We'll get to that in a minute, but that would be, you would pick your starting trade based on the profession you chose, which is an artisan, which I just put up on the screen. I hope it's there.
It's there.
hold on,
Okay.
I was on my character sheet.
Okay. And then you got all your stuff for your artisan, correct?
Correct. I've got all of that
Okay.
put in and everything, so
I
I'm
think a
good.
good one might be for you, tinkering.
Yeah, you design homes and those that dwell in. It depends on what, like I said, the type of artisan you choose to be. They're basically designers. So going back up to the trade skills, you're starting apprentice trade. A good one would be either engineering, gemsmith, depending on what kind of art.
They got gem cutting. They get gem
You
cutting.
Well, so I want to be like a master of like trees and like build stuff. Like
Okay. So your basic trade would probably be
Carpenter. Oh, they don't have one of those.
that would be your a joiner, which is you'd get woodworking.
okay, I already have woodworking as an artisan.
Okay, so you'd want to pick another one,
So I said something like tinkering or engineering.
right?
Okay,
You
so
want to pick one that your profession
You
doesn't
either
have.
want to design things with like blueprints, or you want
No,
to take apart blocks and put them together in different ways.
no, like doing like custom furniture and that kind of stuff, like a woodworking shop.
Well, I know I get what you want. So do you want to tinker with it, where you're just sort of inventing it from spare parts? Or do you want to design the furniture where you're making a blueprint?
Design.
Engineer then.
Yep.
Okay, I already have engineering.
Okay, so then you pick another one.
I guess I'll do tinkering because I don't have tinkering.
Okay. Well, see, this is how we work stuff out. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about lifestyles?
Wait, what does Boyer mean?
Boyer is like somebody who makes bows.
Okay, so I don't.
A Fletcher is somebody, you would start as a Fletcher, actually, and work your way up to Boyer. Fletcher makes arrows.
Okay, I'll just do tinkering then.
Okay.
That makes the most sense for my character.
And so right now you are an apprentice.
Right.
Okay. And then you'd want to work your way up to journeyman and then a master and a grandmaster. But you do that in gameplay.
Okay, now what about Una? Because they didn't get any trade skills with their.
Okay. So what though was Uma's profession again? She was a profiteer, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's go over to profiteer. And they get. They don't get any of the trade skills as a bonus. So
Right.
for a profiteer, it would probably be a woodworker to fix their boat or metalworking.
What? So shipwright isn't a starting, right?
No,
right?
no, that would definitely they would either start out as a joiner or a metalworker.
Yeah, a shipwright is an advanced.
That would be a master.
Like a master or a journeyman.
Okay, so I'll ask Jay that later. What he
Okay.
wants, a
Well,
joiner
that's fine.
or a metal worker?
So did Jay get all their stuff for profiteer? All right. Do we have any other questions on that?
No, that was my only question.
Okay. So what we need to do, I'm gonna come back on the screen here.
Dedicated lifestyles.
We're gonna
quick review.
Yeah, we're gonna have to finish up. Well, I'll go over the dedicated lifestyles in the character creation video.
Okay.
Because we're already pushing 2 hours and 45 minutes, so I want to get us to the final stage here of character creation, which would be spending your skills and spending your CGPs on skills and choosing talents with your talent slots.
Spells.
What is left over?
And spells, yes, spells is the last thing we do.
I'm getting spells.
But you have to purchase the skills to cast spells first, right? Or have them from your profession.
I'm only getting self-healing, so I can't heal none of y'all.
Okay,
just
so
myself, because I'm stingy.
I'm going to give you guys the gist of this, and then I'll go back up to the skills list and put it on the screen. And then if you guys need me to put out anything else on a different category of skills, let me know. You start with your arcane skills, which is anything magical. Arcane is your magical skills. Any questions on that type of skills? Those are your 5 standard skills. But there's also, I forgot to mention, we've already talked about universal skills a lot, so I didn't think we needed to mention it. But those are here on the record sheet here. I was in the right spot. Okay, so let me put this up so everybody can see it a little bit better. Okay, is that better? We got the universal skills here on the back of the first sheet. And then moving on to the third page, we have the arcane skills. This is where you put those. Okay? This is what I was going to go over this. That's right. Then you have your combat skills and your divine skills on the next page. And then going to the next page, this is where you put your guild skills and martial arts skills. Now, martial arts skills is something the enhanced edition has that the light edition does not. Okay, and then on the back, where you put your talents, which we've already shown. But I wanted to make sure we went over that. Now, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put the skills charts up on the screen, and that's how you spend your skills based on the based on your skills alignment. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, so I'm gonna put universal skills up on the screen so everybody can see that chart. All right. Now, for the most part, when you start out, you're either going to have these or you're going to purchase them later. This is not like it's stuff like healing. I mean, we're talking about CGPs that you just do not have for the most part. There are some easy ones that you can have, like Breakfall, Equestrian, and the descriptions are all in Chapter 4 for all these skills and what they do. And we're not going to have time to go over what all of them do, but you guys can do that on your own after we go over this real quick. But those of you who are aligned, everybody's aligned to universal skills. That's why they're called universal. Those of you aligned with arcane skills, the list is here. You have to buy your level in succession. So if you want to become a second level caster, you have to buy second level at 150. To become third, you have to buy 100. You got to purchase it at 150 again. And then to become fourth, you have to spend 250 more CGPs. I don't think anybody here is going to manage to get a fourth level casting as a starting character.
Well, you could if you get the one
Kate,
you know that, right?
I believe your familiar has 2 quick spells. Now you should choose from a list on the character sheet. Okay. But you can also, because she's your Al's a familiar, you can choose from this list here.
But you have to be aligned. You have to have that filled in order for the owl to use it.
That's correct.
However, if you don't have any fields, which is possible, your owl can pick 2 EX ones, which are examination ones.
Right, because if you have a casting level, you have to have at least examination magic, which doesn't have a cost associated to it. It's free.
That's what
Same with divine.
That's what you learn your magic with is examination spells.
So you basically, in order to cast the spell, you have to purchase a level, which will give you a casting rank. Every 3 levels is a casting rank.
Yeah,
So
your
once you
rank,
get to 4th, you get to 2nd rank,
the
and then
higher
so
rank
on.
spells come with your level.
Right. And then you have to purchase the fields in order to cast spells, and we'll get into that right before we wrap up here. Okay, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions about arcane skills? Because nobody's going to have imbued powers right now. They're too expensive. That's something you do as an intermediate or advanced character.
The only person who could possibly purchase it at the cheapest amount would be the one with the familiar, but that's still 2,500.
Right.
Nobody starts with that many.
Okay, combat skills. Those of you aligned to combat. This is where your list is.
Hey!
On page 23. Arcane's on 22. Universal's on 21. So any questions about combat skills? Or where to find them, I should say. Like I said, reading up on them, it would be in Chapter 4 in the description. Alphabetically,
I'll take that as a no.
starting with Universal, then Arcane, then Combat, and followed by Divine Skills, which the purchasing of levels and ranks is the same. But divine people who have access to Divine Skills can also purchase Granted Powers, which are abilities that just work. They pray for them, and their deity grants them these abilities. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same with divine spells. You have to get the orders in order to cast the spells, and all divine spell casters who have casting level 1 also get examination for free. Okay. Guild skills. Next page. This is where you have your trade skills, your percentage skills. Percentage skills are your climb walls, detect traps, escape bonds, find, remove traps. That would be your detect traps, is find, remove traps. Move silently, hide in shadows, pickpockets, open locks. This is where that kind of stuff is. Also, it includes your minstrel songs, smithing, and archery skills, which no one shows any professions with archery, so nobody's going to be able to afford 5,000 CGPs for archery. All right, then you have your standard guild skills, which are just the skills that they can use. Shop talk is one where they talk to each other with right in front of other people and use a lingo that most people just understand but don't get it. I think in old D&D they called it thieves' cant. It's basically the same thing.
Wait, how much was find and remove traps?
If you're gonna fart, Warren, you need to say excuse me.
Find and remove traps.
Yes, I know, sir. I'm just teasing. It's 40 for the initial. And the way the percentage skills work, I'm glad you asked, Warren, is you buy the initial and you get the percentage listed right after the skill. You guys can see my cursor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you spent 40 CGPs, you would get 20%. Now to increase it over here on the right, where it says increase at the top, you follow it down to find, remove traps, and it costs 20 CGPs to increase it 5%. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, every time you need to increase it, it costs 20 more points, 20 more CGPs. Are we clear on that?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, now, after character creation, this has to be done through training unless I say otherwise, okay? That would be the same with all of these. You have to go learn how to do this, and sometimes there's a monetary cost involved. Okay, so no one has martial arts skills. Not something we need to get into today. So that would take us to your talents, which is right after the skills in Chapter 1 in Game Mechanics on page 27. This is where your list is. This is how many slots it takes, how many points. That would be your slots. So if you have 4 slots and you buy ability honing, you're out of talent slots. Do you get what I'm saying?
Where are those slots?
What's that?
Where are the slots?
Under your power score. We went over that a while ago. It's okay. That's where it's located.
I'll go find that.
Yep. That's early on and under. I think that's step 5, Warren.
What page is it on, do you think?
I can go up and look real quick. It's right before spending skills and spending CGPs on skills. Yeah, okay. Power score chart is on page 16.
Okay.
And I was right, under step 5. Okay, so once you have selected your talents and or you want to know what they do ahead of time, you need to go to chapter 5 and read the description, which is broken down alphabetically between judgment talents, physical talents, and lore talents. Is everybody clear on that?
Mhm.
This is stuff you guys have to do on your own, basically. Okay? But we are going to have questions about, excuse me, we're going to have questions about, I'm sure, about spells. Okay? So, who here is going to purchase arcane or divine spells casting ability?
I already have.
Or already has?
I already have it.
Okay.
I actually have both right now. I bought some.
Okay, so that would be in your step 12 under. Let me look at that real quick. Step 12 is final details. Okay, so let me put that up on the screen, and we'll take a look at spells, how to do your spell slots and stuff. Okay. All right, so those of you who purchased a level, let's start with Kate. Kate, what level did you manage to purchase, or have you done it yet?
I wasn't able to purchase any levels beyond what it gave me.
Okay, so what is your current casting level?
1.
Okay, so that takes you to step 12, final details, on page 36 in chapter 1. This will take you over to your arcane and divine spell slots. And at the casting level 1, you have 4 starting spell slots. Now,
Okay.
as an arcane caster, this is modified by your intellect score, where it says arcane spell slots. You see
Okay,
that?
it's 4. Oh, plus 4.
Okay. So you would start with 8 spell slots. Now, the way spell slots work is when you want to cast a spell, each level rank of a spell costs the exact total of the rank in spell slots. So if it's a first rank spell, it costs 1 spell slot to cast it. If it's second, it costs 2.
It also says I start with quick spells as well. So how many slots would I have for that?
Okay, quick spells is a little different, and you get to pick 2 of those in the skills and on the skills chart, like I was saying.
Okay.
And so does your familiar, by the way. So you technically would get 4. And then
Okay.
down here where it says quick spell slots, you are first rank, so you would get 6 of those. Now, the way those work is a little different from these spell slots up here. That's why they're divided differently.
They're kind of half spells.
They're kind of half spells. So 2 of these you could actually convert into a spell slot up here if you want it, and vice versa. You could turn a spell slot into 2 quick spell slots. Do you get that?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Anybody else have a question on how that conversion works?
Okay, now you don't do you automatically get quick spells, or do you
No, you
have?
do not. Unless you get it for your profession, you have to purchase quick spells.
I'm sorry. How
My
many-
profession does, so.
4.
Okay, so with me, I'm purchasing casting level 1, so I would only get my spell slots plus my intellect bonus, right?
That's correct, unless you're a divine caster, which would be divine spells. The spell slots chart is the same for arcane or divine casters. The divine caster would add their divine spell slots bonus under their insight score, which I don't think anybody has that.
Well, except for +1.
Well, you have divine spells, Warren?
Yes.
Are you purchasing the casting level in it? Because you started with arcane,
Purchase
not
level,
divine.
I purchased level 1.
Okay, so you would have 4 spell slots for your divine, and separately you would have 4 spell slots for your arcane also,
Yeah.
plus your bonuses.
Yeah,
It's
don't forget
plus
to add
1
for
to both.
insight and intellect.
So it's 5.
Right, insight for the divine and intellect for the arcane. Are we all clear on that? Any questions?
So there's on the thing on the chart, it says quick spell, and then it has quick spell slots. What's the difference?
Okay, quick spell for that box. That's if you have purchased quick spells. That's when you mark that.
Yeah, you just check mark.
And below
Okay.
that is where you put your
I
spell
gotcha.
slot. Okay. Did I make sense on that, Kate?
Very much so.
Okay, great. Then you got your spell slots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we determined I had 6.
Yes. I'm looking at. Is it on the screen right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there it is. 4. For a 0, if you haven't purchased one, you can still have quick spells. That's why we have 0 casting rank there.
Yeah.
And then when you actually have a first level in spells, then you get 6 slots for quick spells. But like we said, they're kind of half spell slots.
Your familiar gets their quick spells based on your casting level.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So your familiar would also get 6.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for spells, we have these spell list categories. You have the name of the spell, the rank, which is the rank is how powerful the spell is, not its level. In D&D terms, they would call it the spell level. We changed that to rank so it's separated and makes sense. You have a casting level and a casting rank. All right, are we clear on that when we went over how to purchase them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Level is how powerful your spells are. Rank is how complicated the spell can be.
Exactly. So what was that, Kate?
Rank. Do I just start at rank 1 or?
Okay, yeah. If you purchase a casting level,
Yes.
they go in categories of 3. So when you get to 4th level, that means you get up to 2nd rank.
Oh, okay.
And,
So
then 2nd rank is in 3 levels of 4, 5, and 6. And then when you purchase 7th level, then you become a 3rd rank caster. That's the same for arcane or divine. We kept it simple. Now, other refs might use their own spell system, but this is the one we use. So, are we clear on spell rank?
pretty sure.
Okay. What about you, Red?
Yeah.
Anybody else need anything about spells, or are you good? Okay, who here does not need spells?
I do not need spells.
Okay, what about you there, Kelly? Are you good, or do you have spells?
I just purchased with the rest of my CGPs casting rank 1
Okay, cool.
or casting level 1.
Yeah, casting
But
level.
I can't buy any actual fields yet. So
But you get examination. So
yes,
if you have a casting level, you have examination.
right.
Okay.
On the arcane.
So I'm going to go back to the book, and we're going to go over the rest of this.
Yeah, on arcane, you have to pick what spells you know.
And if you have any questions, shout them out at me and get my attention. Okay. Like I said, we start with the name of the spell, and then how powerful it is with the rank of the spell. Then we have the first strike modifier, which is for combat purposes, which you guys, when we played in that online game for Max's birthday, if you recall, this is what you add to your four-sided for your first strike roll. Now, normally you roll a 10-sided, but when you cast a spell, it's a little faster, so you roll a 4-sided. Are we clear on that?
Yep.
Okay. And then we list whether it's an offensive or defensive spell. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, most of them. And then the spell's effective area, or EA. And then the damage or effect. And normally, most spells, duration, unless otherwise stated, it is 10 combat rounds for most spells, unless it's like an instantaneous spell. It's either instantaneous and it happens right now, or it lasts for 10 combat rounds. We've just simplified it. Now, refs can make it so if it's a first rank spell, it lasts 1 combat round. If it's a 6th rank spell, it lasts. They can make it as complicated or as simple as they want. We try to just keep it simple and go with 10.
Okay. Arcane spells, they have to pick which ones. They
Okay.
get 2 per field.
Right. Did anybody purchase the elemental fields for arcane?
I have all of them.
For arcane and divine, correct?
He can.
I
Yep.
don't know.
There's only 3 first rank spells. He can have all 3 of them.
Right. You have all 3 of your first rank spells. You have elemental blast, elemental resistance minor, and elemental touch. Now, what we'll do is get you a spell sheet. Now, who does not have everybody? None of you have spell sheets, correct?
I
don't
printed out
think
the
so.
ones from the ELPG.
Okay, so you've got yours. Kate, are you going to need a spell sheet?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will send you one, but I'll tell you how to fill it out real quick. Okay.
I already know.
And you need arcane, correct, Kate?
Yes.
And Warren, you need both arcane and divine, correct?
So you
Yeah.
What's a divine spell?
All right, I'll make sure you have yours.
Though I
Is
may
anybody-
purchase Divine down the road.
Okay, yes, exactly. And when you do that, we'll make sure you get a divine sheet. Unless you want me to send you one of each, I can do that too.
That'd probably be best.
Okay, and then you can just make a copy of it and fill it out. Okay, so for those of you who have Elemental for Arcane, you would get all 3 of your starting spells because you would start with 2. So you would only get 2. That's right.
I'll get 2. He gets all of them because he has all the.
Oh yeah, yes. You get 1 for each field that you have. So Warren, you have them all, so you would just get all of them.
You get 2 for each field.
So you get 2 for each field. So you would have other fields have a lot more spells at first rank. But Elemental is pretty simple. It's either a blast, a resistance, or a touch.
I also have plant.
Well, plant
Plant's creation.
that's a creation spell. So we'll get into that. Does anybody have any questions about elemental spells? Elemental is basically your air, earth, fire, water, and combinations of the 4. Okay. G field or energy for arcane. This is like your bolts. What AD and what D&D and AD&D called magic missile. That would be your bolt. All right. So does anybody have G field energy?
Lightning.
Lightning falls in here too. Yes. Anything that's energy.
Also
Okay.
your prismatics.
The prismatics, yes, but that's a whole other ball of fish. Mental. Does anybody have any mental spells for arcane? Okay. Sound out if you have them. T-field, transformation in time. These are your physical spells, inanimate and physical.
I think I have physical.
Yep, I was pretty sure you did.
It was
So did you have inanimate or physical?
It was inanimate.
I have both. I have inanimate. It's physical, inanimate.
Yeah, the field is physical, and then there's 2 types. There's inanimate, and then there's physical. It's kind of weird, but
You didn't get physical. You get
Inanimate.
inanimate.
right.
Physical.
So
You get to pick 2 spells that have eyes next to them.
right.
Okay.
So you get to, as she said, you get to pick 2 of the first rank ones. Where it shows here where it says inanimate or physical. If it has an eye, you can
Oh, I
select
see.
one of those. So like this is alter object minor is an inanimate spell. It's physical inanimate. Whereas a sleep minor would be a physical spell. It's just kind of the way we worded it. It's there are inanimate and physical types of transformation and time spells, which we dub physical altogether as a category.
Hey, Kate. After we turn the thing off, we'll talk to you about your runes, okay? Because you have runes.
Okay.
Yes, we definitely have to go over that.
Speaking of turning it off, we are past our 3-hour mark.
Right. Well, so we'll finish this up real quick, and then we'll stop that. Okay. All right. So, does anybody have any questions about T-field? Okay. Warren, you had plant on creation.
I have
This is where
creation.
this is where you would pick that
Plant creation.
plant creation.
2 spells.
Anything with a P on it. If you had some of these other ones,
1 and P.
right?
You get 2.
I also have creation.
Okay.
Magical device.
Device.
There's alchemy. There's
She got device.
right. There's device.
So you get 2 with the D.
Right, so you get the D. So if you have device, you get 2 with the D. Warren, you get 2 with the P for plant. So Warren, you would get barbed blind and poison needle, or create paper. You'd have to choose 2 of those 3. And for Kate, that would be create scroll, scribe erase, and warning sensor. You pick 2 of those 3. All right.
Warning
You
sensor.
particularly need the scroll one, Kate, because the way you cast your spell.
Right, yeah. You wouldn't do a scroll, so that would be the one that you wouldn't pick. Everybody gets examination. You actually get to pick 4 of these.
Oh.
Okay. So for arcane.
Because you trained on examination, that's why you get so many of examination.
Right.
Mhm.
So any questions on examination? Okay. And then A field is your articulation. This is how you modify your magic. This is where you find your dispel magic and your spells that increase the damage of your spell and things of that nature. Anything that changes the effect of a spell is under articulation.
Alters the form of magic. magic. Like
Right.
If you want to turn fire into water.
Well, you can even change the color of a spell in here. It's kind of neat. So you would get to pick 2 of those for the field that you buy. I don't think anybody has any of that. And then there's summoning, which I don't think anybody has any of that either. But if you do, there is the 2 types of summoning: inanimate and creature. Right. So if it's an inanimate that you have, then you'd pick 2 of the I, and if it's creature, you'd pick 2 with the C. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. So for divine, it's real simple.
You get all of them.
The only thing that's different is in the orders in the fields is that for divine, instead of articulation, they have healing. Divine casters have healing. Arcane casters have articulation. Some of the names are a little different, but it's all basically the same other than that.
The other difference is you don't have to pick individual spells. You
Right.
get all of the ones of the orders that you have because it's just knowing the prayers. It's the power of your deity.
Right.
That's the bonus of being a priest because it's actually through your deity's power, not your own memorization.
Right.
You're just saying a prayer to your deity.
And now if it is a spell that's unfamiliar to your character, sometimes in-game I will have you learn it from another priest that already knows it. But once you've learned it, it's in your repertoire. Okay, now that works for every order of divine spells. So are we clear on divine spells, or do I need some more clarification? Okay. That's pretty much it. Once you pick your spells, your character is ready. That's basically the last step you do. Okay, so let's wrap this up real quick.
Wait, there's one thing.
Okay, so we're gonna sign off for the folks at home and say goodbye and good night. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Now, let me do this real quick, guys. Hang on a second.
Max, we're not ending the talking to each other. Okay?
Right. Just
Okay,
ending the
just
live
saying
stream.
goodbye.
hang on, everybody. But for you guys who watched at home, thank you. I know nobody's watching right now, but we appreciate you watching and hanging out with us. And good night.